Barry paid no attention to the wrong stream title on Twitch. I realized it like a full flippin' minute into being here, but anyway. Hello everyone, I am Ascella Vivace, Magical Idol, and it's another episode of Backstage. It's another episode because 2 episodes a week is apparently the thing these 2 weeks. We're catching up. And I have here my guest, Barry! Yay! You can introduce yourself, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, I'm not oh, there we go, now I'm lighting up. Yay. Hello, I am Barry. I am multifaceted like a diamond. I will hope you watch me shine. But anyway,
that's cute.
I am a idol and what else am I? I guess a cosplayer and a seamstress, and I do a lot of things. That's why I kind of opted to become like a diamond, where I do so many things, but I also didn't feel like packaging them separately, you know? So,
that's fair.
You know, we're all just Barry, the diamond of everything. But I'm still a star, don't worry, because I have a star. You can see my logo. It's got a star in it.
It's got a star in it. And speaking of logos, you guys, Barry made my logo.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, Barry made my
that's
awesome
a pretty nice logo you got there. Who made that?
Logo. My awesome logo. You were in my debut slides. I put a picture of you in my debut slides. I did. I was like, look at my Barry logo.
Truly.
My special logo by Barry. It's beautiful. It's very cool. I love it. It goes everywhere with me.
No, I like it. I love it. It looks great.
It's so cool. It's usually in a different place on the screen, but we're working with the real estate we got today. Yeah, you guys, I moved everything around on the screen. I'm sorry. Please direct your eyes to the correct portions of the screen today. Like, you know, one of these days I'll figure out what I'm doing, but today is not that day.
Yay.
So yes, guys, we have Barry on, and Barry is, like Barry said, like she said, a multifaceted, I say triple threat, and I don't use it lightly, because you dance, you sing, you cosplay, you do wigs, you do everything. Like, you're crazy.
That's why it's, yeah, that's
so good.
I don't know, I guess when you're in the game long enough, you just pick up enough skills.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't know, this also could just be my Gemini nature, where I'm just like,
okay, so
I want to do everything.
Are you trying to tell me that you put the gem in Gemini?
I may have had a birthday, maybe yesterday.
Yeah! Wait, hold on. Put your throne in the Discord and I'll put it on the stream.
Hold on. Yeah, please buy me
with the scary goose pic. I'm sorry, there's a scary goose pic in the... We had a conversation on a stream about geese. It's funny.
Geese? I love
You'll find
geese.
out later. You'll find out later.
I don't actually love geese.
They're kind of scary.
Yeah, geese are scary, and their poop is nasty too.
Oh, no.
I worked as a lifeguard one summer, and we had a geese infestation at our pool, and it was
oh my gosh.
Miserable.
Wait, geese in a pool is crazy. Why made them just take over
a
pool?
There's only water nearby, so like,
oh my gosh. Holy moly. Okay, I see it.
But yes, it was my birthday yesterday. I am now mid-30s. And I should just accept that I am an old hag, as they say. As the kids say.
No, the
hag.
kids do say that, don't they? Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, I kind of find it, I think it's funny because I'm also like, again, showing my age, hags, have a good summer.
Have a good summer. Oh my god.
We would literally write that in each other's yearbook. And like, if it was someone you didn't really know, you just wrote hags, heart, and signed your name.
Oh my god, that's wild. I never.
So like, you knew who your friends were when they wrote you stuff that wasn't just hags.
The hags. Oh wow, it's like multifaceted right there. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't like you, hag. Wild. I'm not that I would ever have done that, but I'm sure someone would have.
Yeah, I don't think it was with ill intent. I think it was more of a.
It's just we were going through an acronym phase.
But it's funny because I'm sure I have multiple pages in a high school yearbook that just say hags.
Like, I feel like people who are younger don't understand the, like, early 2000s, like, acronym phase.
Oh my god, yeah.
That, like,
yeah,
everybody's like,
so right.
why does my
We
grandma
just make
think...
up new words now. The kids just make up new words. We were, like, all about our acronyms. YOLO was from that era.
Yeah, like...
And what else
LOL,
was from that era?
hello, lol.
LOL, yeah, true.
But that's why you guys have to understand. That's why your grandparents think LOL means lots of love, okay? Because that's what it meant back then, and then it meant nothing out loud. So
yeah, no, I definitely
changed.
have had, not recently, but because obviously she has since passed. But my grandmother used to sign her before the internet. LOL, lots of love.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So you know, again. The geriatric idol over here.
I'm 4,000 years old.
Pantarona was the one who started calling herself a geriatric cosplayer, and I'm like, you know what? Same.
I feel that.
Same.
I started really late though, so I feel like sometimes I don't. Like maybe I get a pass.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could be a geriatric cosplayer. Pause, not
yeah.
Meg.
I think it's funny.
It can be a like, okay, like fine. I think it's funny.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I say.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I'm like at the con and I'm like, yeah, buddy, my sciatica, baby. Like, you know,
Grandma's gotta go eat.
I gotta go to bed at 10 p.m. Like, we can't hang out in the hotel room till midnight. I gotta go. Like,
that I haven't gotten. I am more social than I am old.
I am very social, but I also know that I will die if I do not get enough sleep. So
that's fair.
I'm like,
that's
I
fair.
sacrifice a little bit of my social for eats.
Yeah, no, cons for me is like, that's my social time. So I'm gonna
fair.
Some sleep for that.
Honestly, me too. Although, like last year at a con, I was working. One of my guests.
Working cons is different.
One of my.
You have to work.
Yeah, you have to.
If you're just
like,
going to a con, although I mean, to be fair, most of the cons I've been to recently have been working as a judge, but that's not nearly like as intensive as being like a volunteer or
it's just
like on staff.
I think it's just different. Like,
yeah, I mean,
especially if it's a con that like
con now, and it was pretty fun. This is my first ever time staffing a con, so it was fun, and I hung out with. I mean, it was just like the cosplay department, so it's like.
Yeah,
it's a lot of like people that I knew already or like sort of knew and got to know better, which was cool because I got to I shared a hotel room with Mr. Otakon and his wife, who I've known for forever, but Mr. Otakon, Brian Cutler, he is Mr. Otakon. He's the con chair, so.
Oh, okay.
But he also was helping staff at ZenkaiCon because we all help each other.
Yeah. Like, I think people kind of underestimate the value of, like, knowing people that work for other cons when you work for cons. Because, like,
yeah, absolutely.
Some people within it see it as too much like a competition sort of a thing. And I'm like, it's really not.
No, because every con is so different.
Yeah.
Like, in, like, what their needs are, what the size is. Because it's like, if you're going to put, you can't compare Otakon and ZenkaiCon. ZenkaiCon is a small little con. I think it brings in maybe 25,000, maybe.
That's still pretty big.
I think. I mean, but it's not Otakon big.
No, it's not Otakon big, no.
It's not 70,000.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. ZenkaiCon attendance. No, 6,000. Okay, it's smaller than I thought. It's 6,000 attendees.
Okay, I was like, dang, that's not that small. But no, 6,000 is small.
Is like still pretty small. I mean, it's in like Lancaster, which is like Amish land. So it's literally like an hour outside of the city. so it's always really interesting to
But,
see.
like-
But it's still like I like it. It's like I don't know. I'm not no hate towards small cons. I love small cons, honestly.
No, I was gonna say I've heard hi Pianui. I've heard so many good things about that con actually. Like I have friends.
StarCon, really? I mean, it's 'cause Lizzie runs it, and Lizzie's excellent.
Like I have a friend that does like LARP there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they always like that's like their big friend meetup con every year is Zenkai Con.
Fun.
And they and their friends all go and LARP. Yeah, it's like a tradition that they've done as long as I've known them. So I've always wanted to go to that con. I've actually like applied to guest.
You should come. I can hook you up for. Well, I don't know if I can get you a room because I'm in a staff room, but
Yeah, it's fair.
if you want to come to the con, please do. I'll be there.
Yeah, I totally want to someday.
And
It's
you can be in the
definitely,
Idol
like-
Fest.
It's so cute. It's so cute. I like little cons.
Oh, they have to be 3D in the Idol Fest. We said no VTubers.
No, that's okay. I'll put my jacket on and shuffle on
Yes,
the stage.
I
Yes,
know
I'm working on it.
you have the stage want. I know not every VTuber does.
No, it's true. Yeah, I mean, like I'm kind of lucky that. Oh my god, one of my cats is screaming. Sorry if you hear that, guys.
No, it's okay. I don't
it's
hear
just a
Prompto.
little
Hi,
man,
Prompto.
little man. I'm
I love
glad
you,
you understand that
Prompto.
it's Prompto. It's always Prompto.
I had imagined it was Prompto.
It's always Prompto.
I'm glad
but-
I was correct.
Yeah, he's just like, meh. I'm like, okay, dude, calm down. We're busy. But no, like, oh god, what was I saying before he starts screaming and interrupted my brain?
About ZenkaiCon.
Yeah,
being on
ZenkaiCon.
stage. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, being a VTuber. But
Oh,
not
yeah,
wanting
yeah,
to,
yeah. I mean, like-
be on stage as a 3D persona as well.
I'm really lucky that a lot of people that know me through VTubing also know me through cosplay. So it's like, I'm 3D. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no,
I don't make an
it's
attempt to
I
hide
don't know, you
it.
can consider yourself, because it's like Phoebe considers herself 2.5D. A lot of the like people who
That's
perform
fair.
as idols like consider themselves 2.5D. So like you could do the same.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm kind of limited in the characters that I would do right now too. Oh yeah, we love Phoebe. We do love Phoebe.
Phoebe.
But yeah, I'm kind of limited in like, I'm not sure if I would appear as like myself or as a character, like a cosplay idol. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm still
Yeah,
kind of.
no, I mean, hey, either
conceptualizing.
we have a lot. It's our show is mostly cosplay idols.
Yeah.
We have a handful of
like original.
other original
Concept
idols.
stuff,
Just
yeah.
because the community in Eastern Philadelphia or Eastern Pennsylvania is still fairly small as far as like the performers.
Yeah.
And everyone's still very much
Yeah.
in the cosplay idol scene. So
They gotta be like multi-class.
yes,
Multi-class.
exactly, which
Yeah.
is easy to do. I respect any and all idol performers, whether you're
Oh,
cosplay
yeah.
idol or original. They both take effort, and that's
Yeah.
what you need to know.
And I think it's
just
important.
different effort.
Yeah, and I think it's important too that like Barry is not just saying this to blow smoke. Barry is an authority on this because Barry does both.
Yeah, exactly. I've literally
Barry's
been a
authority.
cosplay idol. I literally have done cosplay, performed as an idol, performed as myself, performed as Lyra. Like I've done everything in
Yeah.
between, literally.
Yeah. Like you've done it all, and that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it just takes courage to get on stage and put yourself out there.
Oh, yeah.
Especially doing stuff live. Oh my god!
it's so
like
scary.
it's one thing when it's a video and you can like edit that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But live, you only get one shot,
Yeah.
and if you screw up, you just gotta keep going.
That's like ingrained in me too, because I was a musician as a younger person, and then I've transitioned into MCing and cosplay and VTubing,
Yes.
and it's all like it's all just a stage. It's all just a slightly different kind of stage.
Yep.
And
yep,
you got one
exactly.
shot, and you're just like, well, here we go. Like, I mean, it's like, do I still have the childhood trauma of messing up like my solo at a competition? Yes. Do I let it stop me? Absolutely not. That's what the gabapentin is for, guys. Look, I don't think there's any shame in having stage fright. I have lots and lots and lots of
Oh
stage
yeah,
fright.
no,
yeah.
I know stage fright.
It's real.
I don't. I think it's just how my brain works that like a lot of the time I just ignore it.
I was gonna say,
So,
do you have like do you get in like the zone?
Yeah, I get in like the zone. I definitely have a zone when I'm like actually performing. I don't get in the zone like quote unquote before the like I actually like step on stage and have to be on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like I don't like I think it's more of a, like just how my brain functions and my like neurodivergence issues of like,
Oh yeah, fair.
I don't have like best object permanence, so I'm just like, oh well, it's kind of like a dog where you're like 1 second you're doing this and then you're like, oh this, oh okay, I'm doing this now, okay.
Squirrel.
If that makes sense. Yeah, squirrel. Yeah,
squirrel.
no. I mean, I lock in when I perform. Don't worry. I or at least try to lock in.
It's like a separate mental state. It really is.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
you
And I
were
mean,
just drawing on like previous experience at that point and just going for it.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess like even for me though, like I can't decide what I dance, what I sing, what I both. I don't know. It's hard to decide. Especially when you're used to like VTubing.
The best way to
like...
at least train both is to do both when you rehearse. Because I mean, I'll like learn both separately. Like for example, like with my upcoming sets, I have a couple songs that are some just are singing and some are both singing and dancing and some are just dancing. So it's a matter of I learned the skills separately, but then once I have a good handle on both of them, I will combine them and I rehearse as I were on stage. And this is something that is ingrained in me since my marching band in college days. Practice like a performance.
Yeah, always.
So that's,
give it 100%.
If anyone's out there, practice like a performance and you won't regret it, because the more you're used to being in that zone, better, I think, as far as like being able to put your best out there on stage and also to like not mess up as much or be, and not even necessarily mess up, but more like to not stumble and kind of just let your rehearsal, your practice take over when the real thing comes about.
Yeah.
Which because, again, like I said, it's very ingrained in me as I wish I wasn't a former musician. I'm still a musician. I'm just doing different things with music right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I am classically trained flautist though, so
yeah,
that was my my first foray into the performance world.
I was not good at flute, but I am a classically trained clarinetist, so yeah, woodwinds, let's go.
Did you march?
I did. I did color guard in high school.
Oh, okay, good.
And I did
color guard.
Stage
the color guard to
band.
idol pipeline is also
it's so real. It's so real. The color guard to like the idol to then like dragging your friends into doing color guard skits. Yeah, that's about to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm like cooking on a skit.
Ooh.
Muna, you're a guard kid too? Hello, let's go.
Who
That's
else?
so funny.
Guard kid. Nice.
Yeah, I did color guard in high
like
school,
I said,
and then I did clarinet in college.
The idol to guard,
marching.
or the guard to idol pipeline is so real.
We were a very heavy, like performance heavy, dance heavy guard. So because our instructor was had like a dance degree, so I didn't do guard in college because it's different. It was kind of lame compared to high school.
I definitely had a better marching band experience in college, but I went from being in a fairly lax, like, we didn't really do competitions. We literally just marched for the football games.
Oh.
And then for color guard, we did have indoor guard, so I did get my dance training from that.
Oh.
But we were not we were like, this was like the beginning era of our color guard competition history. So like we didn't really have like the established skills or like a really strong coaching system and all that. So
that's fair.
You know.
Yeah, I got really lucky that even though I was from like a small town, we had like a very long history of very successful marching band stuff. Like,
yeah, Texas is really big. In
yeah,
marching
Texas
bands,
is
so
marching band is an extremely big deal in Texas. Even if you're from like the smallest little podunk town, it's still a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's where I mean, again, this is I am a band kid first and foremost. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You heard it here.
Yep.
I could be the band idol. Though that
You
would
could.
require me to learn more instruments.
Oh, that's
But
true.
I could make a marching band inspired outfit, which
It's
I
like-
probably will do now.
It's like that thing from, was it Mary Poppins, where he's got like the drum and the horn and the everything.
Oh my god.
It's that, but it's idols!
I
I'm
have
sorry.
to build that first, though. That's the problem.
Okay, that's true. But like, if you did
that
like a drum
I'm sure
and,
does
like,
not exist as something I could just buy.
You could have like an accordion strapped on the top. I mean, we're cooking.
Oh gosh.
We're cooking.
Yeah, no, accordions are hard.
Accordion is hard.
Play an accordion.
Yeah. I can't play piano, so I know I couldn't play
I can't play
accordion.
piano either.
No.
I can't coordinate my hands for piano. Like, I can't think in like 2 different rhythms.
Exactly. That's my problem too.
Like,
is
that's why
I
it
can't do 2
doesn't
different
connect.
things.
Like,
no.
I can play one hand or the other hand.
Yeah,
and
pick
I
one.
know how to play the piano.
Yeah.
But am I good at playing the piano? Absolutely.
Exactly. I had to change my major in college from music to something else
Oh,
because
yeah,
I
'cause you do
kept
have to
failing
know how to play
piano.
piano if you want to be in music. Yep.
They were like, "Why are
Yeah,
you
no,
bad at this? Don't you practice?" Yes, but I'm bad at it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sometimes your brain just doesn't work that
Doesn't
way.
work that way. I don't know if it's the
Yeah, no, I
neurospiciness
actually,
or what.
one of my roommates was a violin performance major
my
in college, and she's now a professional violinist.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's actually. I'll look her up.
You
later.
Google her. Shout out to the violinist for whatever orchestra we're about to discover.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's funny. I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean most of my friends from college are musicians because, like I said, first and foremost, I am a band kid, and I was in a band sorority, and band was my life.
Yep. I was definitely very involved in music from like, I know, probably 5th grade on.
Yeah, me too. That's when I started because that was the earliest they would allow us to do winds.
Yeah, we started in 6th grade, but like my sibling played clarinet before me,
that's
so I
convenient.
got
Yeah,
to like
I'm the
tag
oldest,
along with the band
so-
for a couple years before I
Oh heck
actually
yeah, that's awesome.
started. Yeah. So like when I was in middle school, they let me help out with the high school band, and I would like set the flags and stuff for halftime shows and stuff like that.
Oh man, that's
I was
awesome.
like a roadie. Yeah, it was cool. I got to go on the
Wish that
band
was
trips.
me.
I got to like get out of school to go on the band trips with the high school band.
Yeah,
It was kind
the
of
band
cool.
trips are so nice. Love the band trips. That's how I went to Europe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we went to Europe on American Music Abroad.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
we
love that.
visited 5 countries and we played in these like tiny little towns. It was so like I'm like,
That's wholesome.
who are these people that are coming to see a bunch of teenagers play American band music?
That's so funny. Oh
It
my
was
god.
like we would play the Star Spangled Banner, or not the Star Spangled Banner, Stars and Stripes Forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you play
And
like
we would play-
like old school marching music? Like,
Yeah, we played
Oh my
literally
God.
like Manhattan Beach. We played like the classic band wind band numbers.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's like if you came in and played like football stands music.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, here, let me go play some like 70s classic rock in like Germany or whatever.
Actually, honestly, I would that you might be cooking with that. That might be
Maybe I'm cooking.
a
Hold
pep
on.
band, a pep band travel trip. Yeah.
Right? That'd be cool. That would be cool. I like. Where did we went to? We didn't leave the country because we couldn't afford that. Our school couldn't afford that. But we
well,
did
had to
go.
pay
We
for
did
this
go to
ourselves,
Disney.
so
We
my
did go to
parents paid
Disney.
for it.
Yeah. Our school was like, nah, nobody can afford this. We're not going that far. But we did go to Disney. I've talked about this on
Oh
stream
yeah,
before.
we did a Disney trip too. We
We did
actually
the
got to
band thing there. They're like
you did a what?
They did like the band festival there.
Oh, you did the band day thing? Yeah,
Yeah.
the Disney band day. I remember
Yeah.
that. We weren't
We
part
were
of
there
that,
for, like, a
but we would go, and we actually got to like be in one of the recording studios that are like backstage, which was
That's
really
crazy.
neat.
That's so cool. Did you have like was your band kind of small?
Yeah, we were like less than 100 people, so we were pretty small. I mean, I went to a pretty small school, like our whole school. Like my graduating class was 300 people.
No, that's how big mine was. Mine was like 300.
Okay.
Maybe 350, maybe.
Yeah, we were like 330, I think, in the end. But
we weren't big.
Regardless, I mean, our school is only still like 2,500 people. Like, it's not big.
Wow, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our school got bigger because it's almost like turned into like a suburb of, not quite a suburb because it's like the next county over, but like it's connected enough to a big metropolitan area that it's gotten like bigger. Yeah. So I don't know how big it is now, but like back then I was like, dang, here's my little podunk 26,000 people town, like with our little high school and our tiny little municipal airport and all that, like all the hokey podunk backwards Texas fun stuff. We all love that small town upbringing. Yep. For better or for worse.
Right.
Oh my gosh, we're a soft topic. I love it. Yeah, but no, I mean, like, kind of circling back to another topic, like, how does it feel? And I know slightly the answer to this question, being 4,000 years old myself, right? But how does it feel to go to like either a cosplay contest or an idol performance where you're a participant, not like a judge, right? Or a host, but like a participant.
Yeah.
And you're like, goodness, look at all of the children.
Trust me, when we were at Anime Boston, part of my panty costume was my original panty costume from 10 years ago.
Wow.
And there
That's
was
well made,
a girl
then.
there who was performing, and I asked her how old she was, and she was like, I'm 12. And I was like, I think part of my costume is older than you.
Oh my god, 12?
Yeah.
12
yeah,
years
no,
old
she
in the
was cute.
cosplay contest? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed
That's
with
so
her, but
cute.
also, you know, like I was also like, oh my god, I'm going to turn into dust.
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel like you're about to disintegrate immediately. Like, is it
But yeah, no, it.
do you
Go ahead.
find that you see more people like, because I think we operate in slightly different circuits, right? Like slightly different circuits. The East Coast is a very different cosplay experience and idol experience than Texas in very in certain ways, not in every way, but in certain ways.
Yeah.
Do you find that there's more young people in your area, or do you find that it's more, not like young people, but like younger than you, right? People, or like do you feel like it's more people your age?
The like median age of the scene in the East Coast is probably like 22 or 23, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think like, and I mean, which is at this point more than 10 years younger than me, so
I know, it hurts.
everyone's a child to me.
Everyone is a child. I know. When you go to a cosplay contest and you're like, wow, I'm old enough to be your parent. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I do. I mean,
It's
that's
not
why I adopted my dreamy blue babies, because they're literal high school idols.
That's cute.
Yeah, no, they have a club that they run out of their high school, and it's like
They have
down
a
the
high
street from
school
me.
idol club? I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yes,
You've
and
got to
I
be
told
kidding
them I
me.
was their parent now because
Oh my god.
I could be their moms.
Yeah. Oh my god. I adopted some.
But yes, no, Dreamy Blue. They're based out of a high school that's local to me. I'm
That's
not
cute.
going to
Good
dox
for
myself
them.
or
No, don't dox
them.
yourself, but good for them.
Yeah,
That's
no,
so
they're super cute. I discovered them last year when they were in the Zenkai-Con show, and I was like, wait,
Wow, in
wait,
high
they're school idols, like for real? And then I saw what
Literal.
school they were. I was like, wait, that's literally 10 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're now their club sponsor.
I know. This year,
Yes,
a bunch of
suddenly.
their parents came to see the show, which was so sweet, and I
that's
love
so
that.
sweet.
But I was like, I went up to them, I was like, I swear I'm not a weirdo in the way that's gonna hurt your children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
I'm a
always have to
weirdo,
be
but
like,
not in a bad way.
yeah. I definitely
I was
always.
like, I just really like this thing that your children like. I swear I'm a safe adult.
Yeah, and then you feel weird because you're telling them that, and you're just like, well,
I was like, but at least I'm telling them that.
yeah, exactly. You're like making the effort to go to the parents and be like, "Hi, I am being a wholesome teacher-like influence and mentor status.
Exactly.
And
I
not
am
being
not
weird.
trying to do anything bad to your children.
Yeah,
I
like,
just
you're
want
like,
to love them and have them. Yes.
I just want them to watch more Love Live or something, like, or something other than Love Live, maybe, like.
Yes, yeah. No, they all seem to really like K-pop too. But I think K-pop's
is
just really
so
popular
big.
with that age group anyway.
Yeah, it's huge. It's crazy. And I know a lot of people in their like 20s and even in their 30s that I'm like, why are you at a K-pop concert every single weekend? How is there that much K-pop going on?
I'm impressed that there's that much K-pop going on in the States. Honestly.
I know! I'm like, what?
Because I'm like,
what
it's
about?
one thing if they were like in Seoul or something, or like even in just South Korea in general.
No,
but
it's
like
in
in the States,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because
I don't get it.
we don't get anything. We're starving over here in the J-pop idol scene.
I know.
But,
I'm
you
like, what happened during my like J-pop boom back in the early O's, and like, why couldn't we have J-pop groups over here or something? Like, it was just at cons, and even then it wasn't
that's
ones
why
I
Kai
followed.
idols exist now.
I know, right? We're taking over, and like there are some
we were
Kai
just
idols
like,
that do
you know
K-pop.
what? We're gonna be the change we wish to see in the world.
Exactly. You get it. You get it, and anybody that criticizes that is wrong. So
I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, there's always gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh,
idols are cringe or whatever.
idols are cringe. But you know what? Everything is cringe.
Everything is
Everything is cringe.
Like, you get comments like that from people that play like fantasy football, and I'm like, you don't gotta remember to talk,
that's
man.
cringe.
You
What
don't
are
have
you
to
doing?
talk.
These are dudes that are playing sports against each other. Why
And
are you betting on them?
Why are you
That's
betting on them
cringe,
and
bro.
creating like a fake sports team? Like,
Yeah, you're creating a fake sports team with real human beings.
I always tell them that they're LARPing, and they get mad at me.
That's a good one.
I'm like, why are you LARPing a football coach? Like, and you think I'm weird because I wear wigs, but you LARP a football coach once a year. Like,
You LARP for a bunch of giant athletic men.
yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I will call you cringe if you
absolutely
call me
not,
cringe
no.
first. Like, 100%.
Yeah, no. Everything can be ridiculous or cringe.
Exactly.
And that's just, you know, humans. They're cringe. They're meant to be cringe.
Yeah, and like your cringe evolves with you too. Like,
Absolutely.
I think I've gone beyond cringe a little bit, where I'm just like, if I'm cringe and I am free, as they say, you know.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
we got clocked as we saw the Don Da Don movie, or not the movie, the first 3 episodes of the 2nd season a couple weeks ago, and I was wearing my Uta hoodie, and first off, I was the one who said, someone came up and asked us if we were seeing the Don Da Don movie. We're like, oh no, we just saw it. And then I was like, oh, damn guys, we got clocked as weebs. And then they're like, brother, you're wearing anime on your shirt. And I was like, oops. I guess it was me. I'm sorry. My bad, guys.
I did not get clocked by anybody when we were going to see the Project Sekai movie, but there were like a ton of like teenagers in Project Sekai cosplay wigs.
That cosplayed to the Dan to Dan one too.
Yeah, I was like, good for
I can only
you.
imagine.
I almost wore my wig. I almost wore one of my wigs, but I changed my mind.
I think about wearing my wig, and then I think about having to sit in a theater in my wig.
Yeah.
And then that part, I'm just like, that's also why I've like doing the as myself idol thing.
Yeah, less wig.
I don't have to wear a wig. I just have hair. It's so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't mind wearing wigs. I can wear wigs. I mean, I style wigs for part of my living.
Yeah.
I'm very well adept at wig.
However,
if I don't have to wear a wig, I'm not gonna wear a wig.
Exactly. I'm like pretty down with wearing wigs, but if it's like a long one and I have to be in it for a long time, I'm just like, why did I do this to myself?
No. And most of my wigs are long. That's the problem.
Yeah, because you're cosplay girls. You gotta come over to the dark side and cosplay boys.
I know. Hey, there's a couple short hair girls I cosplayed. Like I cosplayed Chisato from Rico Rico. And
that's true.
Wow,
you were so cute
nice.
though. You were so cute.
Thank you.
The short wig was pretty.
I was like, wow,
baller
it's so nice
on you.
to have short hair.
Pretty
it doesn't
cool.
go everywhere and get tangled all the time.
Yeah, it's so
Although
nice.
I will say,
to, like, throw it in
texturizing
the
your
bag.
wig does help.
Yeah, it does.
With
I'm
the
bad at it, but
triangle.
it helps.
It's okay. As long as it doesn't look like a french fry, you're good.
I know. Get me started on french fry wigs. My bane,
I
my
know.
existence.
Don't get me started on french fry wigs as the #1 hater.
If you're their #1 hater, I'm their #2 hater because like there's people
Okay,
out
yeah,
there
we can
legitimately
both be their
like
#1 haters.
making money off of french fry wigs, and I'm like,
I know. It's wild.
it's so bad.
Like, but at the same time though, like they're on to something. They just don't know how to process the fiber right. And
yeah, they're like almost
crazy.
there. They're almost there.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I saw some like big like TikTok wig person being like, "Here's my texturized Miku wig," and I looked at it and like up by the clips, it looks like French fry, and I was like, "Why does the rest of it look
I will
fine?"
say it is like up near the top of the clips is a little bit more unavoidable. I would say, just from experience of like the fact that there's usually like short fiber too up there.
Oh, that's true.
Right by the track. So like it does get a little bit more processed just because there are like short fibers fry really quickly.
Yeah, that's true. It was just so I was just like, why is the rest of this fine? And then up there it looks like legit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You've gone too far. Go back. Like you were almost there. Do you so what year did you start cosplaying in? No, maybe not what year. How old were you, if you want to say it that way? What year or how old were you? 16 when you started cosplaying?
I started cosplaying in 2006
Oh my
at
god.
Otakon 2006.
My first
When I was
cosplay
16.
experience was also in 2006. That's crazy.
Okay, so we are peers.
We
in
are peers
cosplay
in
level.
cosplay level, except then I didn't cosplay again until I was 26.
Honestly, for me, I didn't start like seriously doing cosplay. Like I would make cosplay. Like I wore my first cosplay, and I went to my first convention in 2006. But the next convention I went to was Otakon the next year. Like I wasn't doing multiple cons a year.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
now. Like, I was literally. I mean, I was 16.
Yeah,
I had like $10.
Exactly. You're like, I had money for one con a year. Which, like, kids these days go into, like, a billion cons. I'm like, are you in school? What are you doing? And buying, like, Doki Doki cosplays and stuff.
Oh,
and I'm
I know.
like,
It's crazy.
where are you getting
I'm just
this
like, where's all
money?
this money coming from? Are your parents really paying for all this? Because, damn.
Like, yeah, my parents would
My
never.
parents would never. Like,
No.
it was one thing. Like, they would pay for stuff. But, like, not, like, my fun, like, hobby stuff.
Yeah, like,
Like, that was on me.
Exactly. It's like, save up your allowance or whatever. I'm like, do they
exactly.
just have like an Amex? Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
They've got a black card and they're just like fishing, just
I know,
swiping
it's
it.
crazy.
That's what it feels like sometimes. What year did you debut as an idol?
2019 was the year I count as my official debut. At least I debuted like as an original idol, I would say. Like I had been doing performances before then. I had done a couple. I had mostly done like I had never done a like idol skit in a masquerade.
Oh.
But I had performed in like hall performances and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
like,
was it
but
like
like in a
groups?
proper sense, I like to consider 2019 my idol debut.
Gotcha. As like solo doing your thing.
Well, actually, although technically, I mean, more as just as Barry, like as the as Barry as myself, because up until that point, I had just been a cosplay idol. So.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like the scene has? That's not quite as long as I guess it could be, but like.
We 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's still enough to make the joints creak.
Yeah, right.
But I know we talked a little bit about like changes in the cosplay scene over time, but like how do you think the idol scene has changed over time?
The idol scene has gotten massive, which is
Massive.
excellent.
Yeah.
Love it. Like huge, big boom. I definitely, I mean, there's always been like ever since kind of like 2013, 2014, like a big live present. Well, actually, no, 2014 because no, 2015 because 2014 was the year I did Snow Halation with a group and we had everyone. And in 2014 ALA, everyone was like, oh my god, you guys are so cute, but we have no idea what you're from. Literally, the next ALA, everyone was in Love Live cosplay.
Wow, jeez.
So I'm not saying we started a trend, but we were before the trend.
You were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, well, Sparkle Pipsy was the first US-based Love Live cosplayer in a long time. I had been following her for years because of Idolmaster stuff.
Yeah.
So, but she started it. She was the blueprint, literally.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, Angel Hearts in general was the blueprint for idols that exist today. I will stand by that. Because back then, like, Angel Hearts has been around since I think like the mid 2000s. Like the odds, or even like the early like 10. No, I think they're mid 2000s. I have no idea. I don't exactly know, but I'm pretty sure they've been around for almost as long as I've been in cosplay.
Yeah, and like I remember here there was, back when I started doing cons, just like seriously, there was a Morning Musume cover group here.
Oh, nice.
And it was this woman and like a bunch of girls from like her dance school, and they would all do Morning Musume stuff for halftime shows.
Oh, I love that.
That was around like 2010, 2011. So
okay, yeah, I mean,
that's what we had back then.
Stellar came onto the scene because Stellar was New Jersey based, I think. Or like at least like East Coast based. I think they might have been from a couple places. But Stellar was actually one of the first, like, what we would now consider a Kaigai idol group, or like an idol Sona group, because it was basically just all had like a persona. And then, which is also a very interesting thing that I've noticed in the US based idol scene, is people are more inclined, I guess, to choose an adjacent persona that they perform as, and then never perform as like themselves. Which is an interesting shift, or it's interesting because I am also very like submerged in like J-pop idol scene, so like where they do actually perform as like themselves, and you're just your idol self when you're performing. It's not like you're still Barry at the end of the day, or you're still Heidi at the end of the day, with my good friend Heidi Haibara, who is in the group Merkmal, a Chica idol group in Japan.
Oh wow.
And so like that's, but like here it's like, oh yeah, which is cool, which is interesting. I don't think it's like trust me, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's definitely just a different way to express yourself. Also, I literally do the same thing. So.
Yeah, and like, well, I think over here too, you can't make a career of it so much for most people. So
yeah,
even as like an underground idol, like here, it doesn't pay. I don't know how to not the same way it might when there's concert opportunities and stuff that are profitable in some way. You know, like maybe you're selling merch at a table, but it's not like it's not quite the same. So I can see why people might have like, oh, I don't want to be associated with this with my real name because I've got like day job XYZ. You know, maybe they're a teacher and they're like, maybe people will think it's weird.
I get that perspective. Yeah. I mean, my day job is in the anime industry, so
you get a pass.
I'm literally, I go to cons professionally as well as by myself.
Oh man,
like like I have an A and N page, no big deal.
Quickly goes to add to it. No, I'm just kidding.
I do have an A and N page. You can look me up.
That's so cool, though. That's like every weeb's dream. Let's be real.
No, I was like, wait, I have an ANN page, and they're like, yeah, it's because you make manga, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It's like having an IMDb page, but for nerds.
Yep.
Nerds positive. Nerds positive.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's very interesting. I mean, again, like I mentioned before, like doing hallway lives was the only opportunities for a very long time.
Or halftime shows.
Other than the masquerade, which even then, like even still, like back then, like people think, oh, the idol hate might be new. It's not new.
No,
people have never really been a big fan of like dance skits in Like, if it wasn't like a specific parody, if it was just a press play and dance skit, I don't think anyone's ever liked those kinds of skits. But
not
they
in the
became really
general
popular
populace. Yeah.
when Love Live happened, because I guess I don't know why. Because
Love Live went kind of mainstream-y in the anime community, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It was pretty mainstreamy in the and also like a fairly low bar to like be like, oh, this is a performance idea. I can just go on stage and dance as this idol.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I've got a cosplay for this, or I can buy a cosplay for this.
Yeah, exactly. Or I can buy a cosplay for this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it was accessible.
And then, yeah, oh yeah, no, and then it's definitely great, and I think it's still like it's not a bad thing in the long run. As much as I'm a hater of press play and dance skits, I think
yeah, there are ways to make it more interesting.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely, and I think we're seeing that now, which is also really interesting. Like, yeah. I've dodged a bunch of like ones where they've added like a monologue. Like, I'm like, just give me something to care about.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I want.
Give me.
Like, I know you're gonna get on stage and you're gonna sing in a language I barely understand, or dance to a song that's in a language I barely understand, and that's not gonna resonate with me as a judge, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like,
it's like, just give me something to care about.
Yeah. I've been really lucky because I've seen some really good idol skits where they did do idol stuff, but it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
enhanced.
No, we had, one of our winners at Otakon last year was that they had shout out Remnant Alley.
Oh, Remnant Alley! I love Remnant Alley. Sorry.
Yeah, because they did a song, a Project Sekai song, but they also had like a skit element, and like they had a little story, which I thought
they're
was
very
really
good at telling a story with their performances. Yeah, we had one at a con I was at that was the whole joke was that they couldn't figure out what song to do. So, like, there was no dancing, really. Like, it kept getting interrupted. It was very cute. It was so cute.
That's really cute.
Yeah, and then there was another one that was, it was Oshinoko, which is, like, it's idol, but it's not idol, right? Yeah. And it was technically, like, a dance skit, and there was no dialogue, but, like, they got best in show because they were insane. Like, they told a whole big story. They had costume changes.
The Aqua and
yeah.
The duo
with the cosplay,
with the
costume changes.
I think I saw their skit.
Dude,
that was a really good skit.
It was sick. It was so good. Hi, Goblin. Hello. Yeah,
there are ways to do that, and like I said, I will only hate on the act of just press play and dance, because I think in today's day and age, that's not going to cut it anymore. If you want to win something or be successful in the masquerade beyond just getting up on stage to dance, which we have Idol Fest now. You can dance in an Idol Fest.
Yeah, or some cons have like open stages or like the hallway stages and stuff like that. Yeah, so always look for those opportunities, especially at like smaller conventions that don't want to invest in a festival. Mm-hmm. There's more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people run panels at cons and just have
have like a whole live
setup.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's interesting to kind of see what different cons can offer. But I think Idol Fest is the way that a lot of even smaller cons are going.
Yeah.
They just need more people who know how to know idols to be able to run them, which is great, because at least on the East Coast, I think all the major cons have a competent head on idol stuff right now, I will say, because I mean, I'm in Zenkai Con, Jenny Bond runs Otakon, which Jenny Bond runs probably I would say the premier event, but she also has, I mean, Otakon's also the biggest con on the East Coast, so
yeah, it's quite large.
They got the money and the resources that
right.
So, which is great, and I love what Jenny has done for the East Coast idol scene with her Otakon setup. But then there's also Kat has Remnant Alley working on CCE.
Sorry if you heard that. That was Kat's. Everything is fine.
And who else? I think Harmony runs the dance lounge at KatsuCon. And then I know Tama helps with that. I love my sister Tama. And then Aiden and TIU and Ashes are running up Castle Point.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah. So the East Coast is pretty covered. I cannot speak as much for event running in other parts of the country, but I mean, I do know a handful from either events I've participated in or whatnot. So
yeah,
the East Coast, or at least the mid Atlantic, is pretty solid in that respect now, which I am really happy, because I did have a conversation with Lady Ava, who is the cosplay coordinator at CCE, and she and I were talking, and she was like, yeah, this year I'm bringing on our Remnant Alley because they know what they're doing. And I was like, yes, good, bring on someone who knows what they're doing as even a consultant.
Yeah, definitely.
And that will improve your show by miles.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of cons too on the East Coast that have like multiple like smaller festivals.
I
think that's so cool to give more
having
people
multiple opportunities like Awa and Homat, and Homat
Homat has like one show really.
Yeah, Homat's really one show. They do have that like secondary stage, but like it was a mess this past year. So
that's what I heard. Yeah,
because I think it like switched over management this year, and like the last year's people did, Lumica or whoever's running it through Lumica's name was no longer organizing it, so the new people were not so on top of it this year. So hopefully it gets better.
Yeah,
but yeah, Awa has a bunch of stages. Awa's also got a really good team running it. So does Homat, because I love Illuxite.
Oh gosh, yeah, so much.
And yeah, so it's very entertaining to me, especially because I know a lot of the idols just in general, but I also I know the people who are older and are those people who are literally running everything now. So
yeah, exactly. They kind of retired from performing, and now you're.
Some of us in the idol sphere, I think, are still pretty active performers with they're organizing things. They might not be in that particular show.
Yeah.
But I have noticed that most of the people who do the show running are active performers. Still.
Okay, that's good.
Whereas I think I agree with that from like a cosplay organizer standpoint, but cosplay organizer standpoint, I think is a bigger job. Because there's a lot more responsibility as like a coordinator. But
yeah,
it's also there's just different. I don't know. There's different responsibilities, and I don't know. People commit to different things at different levels.
Yeah, and I think that also, like kind of like you were saying it being run by people who actually know both sides of it.
Yes, and know the community.
So important, and know the community exactly. It's just so important to give a good experience for the audience and for the performers, because I think a lot of people think that you can just like slapdash it together and throw people out there and be like, "Yay, Idol Festival," and that it's like easy or something. But like I've been kind of behind the scenes, a little help with a couple of Idol Festivals now, and it is way more work, I think, than most people know.
Absolutely.
And it's like, it's a significant investment of time, energy, and emotion to do it. Especially these days when like there are so many idol groups, and so you've got like a bazillion auditions to go through. You've got like really tough decisions to make, and then people are going to be mad no matter what you do, because there's always somebody that is not good about stuff like that, and not good with rejection, and that's okay, like to a degree, like we all have our things, but you know, it's a lot more of an investment of time, energy, and emotional energy than I think a lot of people know. So everybody like tip your local idol coordinator.
Please. Well, at least just be nice to them.
Yeah, exactly. Like go buy Barry some throne gifts.
Right.
Oh, okay, sorry. And we are on an ad break on Twitch, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep trucking. So if you saw it, don't worry about it. We're just gonna keep trucking. That's how we do things here. Kind of moving on. Would you rather talk idol stuff first or cosplay stuff? Even though we're an hour in, I say first.
Idol stuff first, especially because the schedule for Idol Space at Otakon just dropped, so I know exactly when I'm performing now.
Oh, that's right.
It literally
That's
just like I was like, why is the Idol Space chat Discord group blowing up? And then I was like, oh, schedule's up.
Like today, like while we were
like literally
like while we're sitting
hold
here.
on, let's see, when did the announcement go up? The announcement went up at 8:41 p.m.
Oh,
so
that was just a couple minutes ago. Yeah. Well, congratulations. You heard it here first, guys. Well, probably second, but you know.
Cool, and I can make all the festivals. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do you want to talk about your idol concept kind of as it has evolved over the years as your original idol concept?
I mean, I honestly just didn't have much of a concept. I kind of was pretty directionless until fairly recently, as far as beyond Lime Green.
Lime Green, yeah.
Lime Green has been around.
You've been green. You have in fact been green.
I have been in fact green for most of my life at this point. I've been green for 20-some years.
That's fair. Like, I don't know what
because
got me with purple.
It all came from my AIM.
No way! That's so funny.
OMG, it's Barri and Lime Green came from AIM.
That's hysterical. If you're in chat and you're old enough to remember AIM chats, you get the senior discount.
Basically, for those of you who don't know AIM chats, congratulations on your back pain or knee pain if you do remember AIM.
Like, oh god, I lived on there. I like roleplayed on there.
AIM chats, you could change your text and background colors.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
And so I did a black background with lime green text. And that was my AIM signature.
That was your thing. What was
so,
mine?
Like I said, I've been
maroon.
lime green since the AIM days.
Now you're just throwing me back. That's where I got some of my weird numbers that I use for random stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, and
I've always been boring with numbers. It's always just 6 or 16 since my birthday is June 16.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I've kind of stayed away from birthday numbers for me.
I mean that's fair.
I like specific numbers. Like I don't know, but
no, that's good.
But some of it really did come from back then. I think people don't realize.
I love that.
Like especially if you got like when you would put in a name and it was taken and it would be like, here's some numbers on the end, right? Yeah, that's where some of my numbers come from. But and I was thinking the other day about like old AIM inside jokes. Like with my friends on there and all the dumb stuff we got up to and all of our dumb usernames because we all we did roleplay on there. So we had like 20 accounts and you had to get like a program that would let you run multiple accounts at once, like Trillion. Yeah. Oh, you just threw me too far back.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I love it. But you stuck with the lime green. How?
Yeah.
I know you're doing like
lime green and 5-pointed stars have been my only defining qualities up until very recently.
Yeah. And that's more than some people, so you're doing fine.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I don't know. I just never, like, some people have so much, like, fleshed out, like, not lore necessarily, but, like, concept.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just never really had, like, an idea for it. And I was like, also because I was like, I didn't really want to separate my personas from, like, being a cosplayer, because, like, by the time I was marketing myself as an idol, I was pretty damn established as a cosplayer. So I was like, I can't just be like Hannah Montana. I mean, I do Hannah Montana
yeah.
when it comes to constellation stuff, but
Yeah, but that's slightly different.
I'm not
It's a
going to do
big
that. I
project.
didn't want to do that with my cosplay stuff because I was like, I don't know, it's all me. Like, it's all the same. Like, I don't know. It's all within the same like realm.
Yeah.
I think at this point too. So it's like, sure, I don't really care. And I did kind of do a poll, and most of the people that were like that do follow me on the social media were like, yeah, just keep it together. And I'm like, it's not like I'm like something cosplay and that's like my singular brand. Like, I thankfully had already branded myself as just Barri. I mean, yes, Barracuda comes up, but like that's also technically my name, but not really my name.
Yeah.
So I and then just recently, like literally within the last 6 months, I had the brain blast of the diamond multifaceted kind of thing, which again, like I said, so again, another advice to aspiring idols and idols who might also be unsure of what a concept is. Just roll with it. It'll eventually come to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
like as you grow as a performer, you will kind of fall into like your habits and like what you like and like all that. So I think it's okay, I think, to not have a
strong persona.
Yeah, like a strong like concept necessarily, especially if you're just doing it as a hobby. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, care a reasonable amount.
Exactly, care a reasonable amount. Don't like hurt yourself with it.
But like, you don't have to lose sleep over the fact that like you might
Exactly.
just be the blue, I don't know, the blue happy idol. I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of similar with VTubing too, where you're just like, the concept is more or less important. It just depends on kind of how you approach it. Like for me, the concept is important because it is a step in a different direction than the direction I normally go in, which is like cosplay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think that is also kind of similar to with how we portray ourselves as Constellation as well. So
yeah, exactly. Where it's like you're just stepping into different shoes for a little while.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's not like I've actually had this debate with myself recently where I was like, okay, if I do start auditioning for idol stuff, do I audition as Ascella or do I audition as like me? Like, what do I do?
I think it'd be cute if you, I mean, you can do, I think if you have the confidence to do it as yourself, which I think is what a lot of people lack in wanting to, or like for like, you know, like legal reasons or like wanting to not like dox yourself to other things, is that I think I like the 2.5D VTubing concept. Like, I think it's fun to like bring your character to life on stage as well as on the virtual stage.
It's very different. It's very different. Like, I've been working on the
but
cover
also,
and stuff
I mean, like
that,
you said, if you have a totally different concept, and like and using again myself as an example with Project Constellation, Lyra is, yes, a character, but she's very similar to me still, and I purposefully engineered her to be like that because I didn't want to have to step in a totally different role. So like, I guess it's a little bit more complicated with you, since like, you know, you've established yourself as both a human and your VTuber persona.
Yeah, but my VTuber persona luckily is just me with purple hair to a degree. Like,
Well, then...
I don't really play a role on this. This is just I think I explained it a little in like the document that I sent to people who are coming on, but it basically says, you know, this is an extension of what I do in real life.
Absolutely, and I think that that is what I find people resonate the most with. Yeah. Is that like, if you're not being your authentic self and you're just kind of doing something just to do it or whatever, it's like,
yeah, it's not, it's less pressure, I think, in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're not like, but there are people who are like more like actors, right? Who want to step into a role like wholeheartedly and be like, okay, this is my stage me and this is my backstage me, and one is an introvert and one is an extrovert, you know? Like, I definitely see some people that are more comfortable with that, but I feel like those are like your actors, your theater kid types,
Yeah,
you know, stuff like that, which
yeah.
like it's comfortable for them because it's probably familiar, right? Whereas
Yeah.
for me, if I tried to go act, I would fail miserably. So I try, but you know, it's not that different from like putting on a cosplay skit or something either. So
Yeah,
there's always a lot of considerations, I think, that goes into it. What made you finally like lock on to the diamond concept?
I just had a brain blast. Like I said, it was just like,
Yeah.
wait, diamonds
Just a moment.
are multifaceted and pretty and a good visual.
Yeah, and I think visuals are more important than people realize. Like,
I
guys, get a
agree.
good logo.
I
Guys,
am professionally trained as a graphic designer,
Yeah.
so like I think about that stuff a lot.
guys, get a good logo, get good branding. Do it. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
exactly. It will help you with recognizability.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's why all my
Except
stuff
for
is
me,
purple,
who has
right?
now 2 logos, one for cosplay stuff and one for idol stuff. Oops.
Oops. But
They'll
okay.
merge eventually.
free real estate. It's free real estate. It's fun. It's fun. Do you is there anything that's gonna change? Like, is your outfit gonna change?
I am hoping to create a new costume for myself in the near future that more resonates with the kind of the color scheme that my logo is, which is the one thing that admittedly bothers me about my current costume is I made it like 2 years ago. I made it in 2023. 2024?
Yeah.
No, I made it in 2024, early 2024.
I remember you working on it.
Sorry.
You're
I
good.
have
Do
a
you need to get
tickle.
water or
Oh my
something?
goodness.
You can
Yes.
do that.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah. So I made this costume because I had put aside the fabric. I knew I wanted a green stage costume, and I had literally commissioned like 4 or 5 different people to make costume designs for me, and I was not happy with any of them. So I finally came up with my own costume design with a little help from my friend Chrissy, and they just kind of helped me visualize it. But oh my god, I have like 6 or 7 rejected costume designs, but I am planning to have for I guess I don't know if it's next era. We'll see if I manage to get it done before Otakon. But I also kind of want to get a little bit more wear out of my current costume.
Fair.
But I do have this pink and green tweed and pink, green, gold, and white tweed that I bought that was ad targeted.
That's so good.
That I was like, well, I need this. So I'm planning to make a set, like an outfit set, like that. It's a couple pieces that are like interchangeable.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, no, I figured that would be
That's smart.
a good way to like have a little bit of variation, but like still be like uniform in the same, like it'll still be the similar visuals, but not quite the same visuals. Like I'll have probably like shorts and a skirt, and then probably either like, I don't know if I want to do a jacket and then just switch out tops, but it'll be at least a jacket or like a bodice also with the tweed.
Cute. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
I'm so
no, I'm excited to.
That fabric
see if I
sounds
get to
great.
Yeah, oh no, the fabric is super cute and I have a lot of it. So that's also why I was like, I'm just gonna make a couple pieces out of this because I totally like overestimated how much I needed.
Oh man, well that's.
Because I bought like 3 yards of it and I definitely don't think I need 3 yards of it for what I wanted to do with it initially.
I was gonna say
But
it
I'm
was
like,
fortuitous.
well, if I want to
though.
do that, I have plenty of. I can do shorts now. I can
Yeah.
do.
That's so good. I can't wait to see it. That's gonna be fun. I just love getting to see like your process, your like work in progress stuff, and like
Yeah, no, I love to share that
the little
stuff,
fun stuff.
So definitely, it will. That part is not going away regardless. I get a lot of serotonin and dopamine hits from posting what I'm working on the internet. honestly more than I do a lot of other things. Like most of my
fair.
gifts are like way more interacted with than even just like a beautifully, nicely composed cosplay photo. So like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I love my cosplay photos. I'm sorry, but
Oh
the
no, I
whip
love my
stuff
cosplay
is
photos
like
too. Don't worry.
the whip
But,
stuff
yeah.
is just like, here, look, I figured something out. I'm so cool.
And then I'm like, oh, this is getting way more interaction and traction than my beautiful photo shoot.
I'm like, I posted this as like a shit post, and now what?
Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah, I have like one reel that like has like over 10,000 views, but it was
my
like
God.
literally me in my basement wearing my costume, no makeup, and I had just finished it, and I was like, I'm gonna dance around and post it as a reel, and it got like 10K views, and I was like,
What happened here?
what happened here? Why is this?
Well, let me do this. I'm gonna show a couple of clips real quick, and
Yeah.
I wanna, because we've talked a little bit about this outfit, and we have like your little intro clip that I can show. Let me do that. Let me boop. This might be loud, guys, so like hold your earphones away for a minute. Don't hurt yourselves. So
Ganbarimasu!
it's so cute. Look at it move. Look at
Thank
the
you guys
skirt
so much.
move.
I am the lime green idol Barri.
Beautiful.
It's some of my beloved glitter Casa satin horde.
Oh no, you're gonna be so sad when that goes away.
Oh,
When you run out.
I'm gonna savor it forever. It's gonna. I have
Recycle.
at least 13 different colors of it. So
Do you
it'll take some
really?
time. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like as soon as I found out it was discontinuing, I went to all the local Joann's.
And you just
Alright,
bought like every
Joanne.
color.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So I have
awesome.
I think the last I counted, I had 13 different colors.
Holy moly! I don't think I've ever heard of anybody like that intensely.
It's just I really love this glitter Casa, and it's a damn shame that it will forever be gone forever.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
Michaels actually did buy some of their dead stock, because I did buy some from Michaels at one point. But
Oh,
this was a
interesting.
long time ago.
Yeah. That's like me with there was a Benga line that Hancock Fabrics had back in the day that I
Uh-huh.
just loved so much, and I had bought so much of it, and I like ran out, and I was like, oh, this is sad.
No,
This
that's
is
the worst.
sad.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be really sad actually when the lime green satin that I used for the costume that I have in my current promo stuff. I've used that for I literally had my friend go to Hamed in New York for me. I don't know why I didn't go myself, but he went to Hamed for me and picked up the rest of the bolt of that lime green satin for me.
Oh my gosh.
So I
Base
had like 8
Hamed,
yards of it
thanks.
initially.
I've been to Hamed. I have.
I love Hamed.
Extremely awesome fabric. So good. What did we buy there? We bought like a black textured like jacquard. It was really pretty. And
Ooh,
a couple
that
other
sounds
things.
nice. Yeah, no, Hamed
Yeah.
has some really cool fabrics. And then they have their wall of matte satin, which is my favorite.
Yes, they have so much stuff. Oh my gosh. Going fabric shopping in New York was like,
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
As
it's an experience for
it was
someone who's ever been.
when you're used to having to drive like 3 hours to get remotely okay.
To go to Joanne.
Yeah, or go to Joann's, and now there's no Joann's, so like, what do you do? You're like,
Yeah, the New
ah!
York Fashion District is excellent. I am
It's so
very,
good.
very
LA
blessed with
LA was
those.
pretty good too. LA was pretty good too.
Yeah,
but I
LA
went there like
is also really
years
good. I've
ago.
never actually been to LA's, but it'll be. One day I will go, and I've heard many.
When did I go? 2016 is when I went. And I almost bought $100 a yard fabric for a Bungo
Oh my
Stray
God.
Dogs cosplay. I found a tweed that was just like everything I wanted, and I stood there in front of it for, I kid you not, 20 minutes. And my friends were like, "Are you ready to go?" Yeah. And I was like, I am fighting a war right now with myself. I didn't end up buying it, and then I found something at Joann's that worked, but I was just like, oh. And then I bought like the bolt of the stuff at Joann's because I liked it so much. So now I have all this like brown, very heavily textured, multicolor plaid. Like, it's very pretty. It's very thin. It's very pretty. The battle that you have when you're at the wall of fabric and you're like, all right, which one?
I know.
The fight, the battle in your heart.
I know it's dangerous to go there. I always leave with many dollars less in my pocket and many yards of fabric in my bag.
We had an entire suitcase when we came back from New York.
Yeah, I usually have about that when I go every time.
Yep. And I wanted to also show a quick clip of Lyra here that you gave me a little like digest clip here. I just love that wig color.
Yeah. Well, Ellie told me I couldn't be green, so I had to pick another color.
She told you you couldn't be green. That's so rude.
She does not remember saying this because she has since told me she does not remember saying this. But I was like, I would not have picked teal if you had not told me I couldn't be green.
But then when you look back at it, like the green wouldn't really have like, if it was lime green.
It's gone with the pink. The pink would have been fine because it was just me and it was just Orion and Lyra at the time. So
okay.
It was only pink at the time, so
it would have worked then. Okay.
It could have been whatever I wanted, but she told me it had to be color of the sky, so I respected her wishes and looked in my stash of wigs and saw what I had, and
it's a stash
I had
wig.
I had my Hina Hikawa from Bandori wig, and went, you know what colors look good together? Teal and blue, or a blue teal, and that's a sky color, and pink. So we're gonna be blue and pink.
Oh my gosh. I love
and
that.
And then Cygnus joined, and then we were like, she was trying to decide her image color because, like, since Cygnus is the swan, we were like, oh yeah, you could be white, you could be, I mean, she has orange eyes, which I think is the funniest thing. Because it's like a swan.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's hilarious. She also thinks it's hilarious, so it's good.
Yeah, and I like
so with them, we're like, you know what, pink, teal, and purple are a good combo.
It is a good combo. Everywhere. Yeah, and I love we love STAR-THEMED
pictures of everything that is teal, pink, and purple because oh my god, it's Project Constellation, guys.
Yeah,
but they look like tweezers.
Tweezers.
No, I'm serious. I have a whole photo collection of things that are a constellation, but not.
That's so good. I definitely take a lot of pictures of purple stuff now. I'm like, look, it's Ascella.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what's me? Look, I found.
But it's always when it's just the three of them together, or the three colors together, which Michael's has a lot of.
Really?
The Craft Store's very popular combination: teal, pink, and purple.
That's cute, actually. You're just like, oops, found another one.
Yep. I'm like, guys, we're here again. What are you doing in Michael's again?
Right? Oh my gosh. Why did we all go there together, guys? So do you have like, do you prefer doing group activities or do you prefer solo stuff? Not in like a anything is bad way, but
I prefer group because I started with a group. I mostly have done group stuff. I am not an ideas guy, so
that's fair.
I much prefer if I have other people I can bounce ideas off of. So I do really prefer being in groups. The solo thing is just more of a forced. There's no one else in my area that I would be wanting to collaborate with specifically, or I would have already.
Yeah.
Because even with Starstruck was still pretty spread out. Like, we had 2 in Maryland, or actually no, 1 in Maryland, 1 in Virginia, and then 2 of us in Pennsylvania, but on opposite sides of the state.
Oh my gosh.
So, and Pennsylvania is like Pittsburgh area is like basically, it's a 5.5 hour drive from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. So.
Gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I can get to Maryland before I can get to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's man. What are some what are some kind of tips, do you think, for people keeping stuff like that going and keeping it together when everybody's so spread out?
Groups, I think having someone who is the leader and a decision maker is very key. Like, yes, you're all a team, but I think having someone who has like the final say, especially if you're self-produced, because it's one thing if you have a producer, because then usually the producer fills that role of like having the final say and making all the like final decisions. But I think having a strong leader, and that's definitely something that Starstruck suffered from, is we kind of had Jenny and Tama leading at the same time, doing different things. But like, I like it better as when with Ellie doing leading Constellation in like, okay, well, we're kind of at an impasse, and then now. But and then it falls on someone to make the decision, and there is no question who that someone is.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think having a strong leader is really good, but also being a team player is very key, and also being open and communicative about your expectations, monetarily, also like financial expectations, kind of work ethic expectations, and also finding people that are in your that have similar work ethic to you is also very important to kind of keeping a group going, because not everyone's going to meet you at the same amount of intensity as you want to be met. So, or like, it's just, I don't know. And that's, I think, why there's a lot of soloists in the US and not as many groups, because everyone is so far spread, but also very like set in like their, like, no one seems to want to compromise for concept in a lot of these things. But also just I see like it's pretty more common now to see like smaller groups, like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 depending. Like, I would say, like, and this is, like, original Kaigai groups as opposed to, like, a cosplay group, because a lot of the time the cosplay group needs to have minimum of 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Love Live.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely, yeah, that would be my advice. As for Constellation, we meet, like, every other week. At a point, we were meeting weekly. We have tasks that we are assigned, and again, that all just really comes down to like having a good leadership and being able to voice your opinions, concerns, thoughts, and be able to be, I guess, especially for a self-produced group, to kind of engage with your members.
Yeah, I think like there's always that thing where like nobody wants to be the leader.
Yeah.
Because nobody
and
wants
like
anybody to
what was
disagree
happening a bit
or be mad
with
at them.
Starstruck is we didn't have a clear leader, so it was like yes, we had like the founder, but like they didn't necessarily have a lot of leadership skills.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay.
It's so important.
I think having a spreadsheet guy. You need a
spreadsheets. Everything needs spreadsheets. I have a spreadsheet.
I am not a
this.
spreadsheet guy, but Ellie is a spreadsheet queen. So we are great because she makes everything into a spreadsheet.
She's just like, here you go. You have structure and organization.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Well, she says that she will explode if she does not have that structure and order. So I was like, valid.
And is that kind of part 2 of like keeping things harmonious too, is having somebody to like be the lead, like diffuse things? Yeah.
Yes, I do think that is the case, or at least helpful, just because I've never personally been in a group with a lot of conflict, but yeah, no, we did have a couple like small issues, not in Constellation but in other projects that I had been in, where it's been definitely it's fallen on the leader, whether for positive or negative, that they have had to diffuse the situation, which is also, again, comes down to being a good leader, is also being able to mediate between the people under you
Yeah.
But that's like any situation, I feel like.
Yeah, and I think people mistake like ambition for leadership skills sometimes.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you can have the drive to like push the group forward in certain ways, but you don't actually have
leadership skills,
which like that's kind of the
and I
trap
think those
fall
people are
into.
just as important, but
Yeah.
sometimes those are not the same people.
You have to know your role, definitely, in
Exactly.
a group situation. Like, it's kind of like how with cosplay stuff, I prefer to be not in charge, but like second in command, so I can be the ideas guy and kind of the force, but the other person is making the final decisions and doing the stuff that is a little too above my pay grade, kind of a thing. Yeah, exactly. You just gotta kind of know your role, and I think
or know what you can handle as a person. Like,
yeah,
'cause
definitely.
everyone else like handle different social situations like that differently.
Yeah,
too. Like it's really like not everyone. I mean, obviously we have the classic example of extrovert versus introvert, and how introverts are all different as well as extroverts and how they react and respond. So
yeah, I'm kind of an extreme extrovert, so
me too.
I'm always like, yeah, and then people are like, okay, calm down. Like,
yeah, me too.
Back the truck up, like, yeah. Well, talking about, let me see if I want to post. Do you want to talk about your MagFest performance real quick?
Yeah,
me
we can talk
toss
about
up
that.
some
Again, my inclinations toward
pictures.
group projects. I got Namiko and Mary Pro together for MagFest 2025. It was the inaugural year of the Idol Fest or the Super Idol show. And we so I wanted to do old school Idolmaster because MagFest is music and gaming festival, so like, you know, and I was also like, I need some Idolmaster rep up in here.
Yeah.
So we got some Idolmaster rep, and I got actually our Takane, Marissa, she is an original member of Angel Hearts.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we have a living piece of history. And then my other lovely members are Addie, who is a fellow Kaiga idol, and then Kira and Kat, who are both, they were actually the only two who volunteered when I put out a thing like, I really want to do an Idolmaster set. So it was just going to be the three of us, and then I was brave and I asked Marissa and Addie to join us, so we became five.
That's cute.
But it was a really fun performance. Everyone
love
made their
the
own costumes,
outfits.
and we all learned the two dances that we performed. We only danced because I didn't want to have to deal with audio and mixing and all that extra stuff that comes with having to also have vocals as well. So I was like, we're just gonna dance. It's gonna be much easier, and it was a lot of fun. The audience loved us. I don't know if you have any of I think you have I don't know if you can hear the audience. I'm assuming if you have sound on the clip. I had to redeem myself with Guguri because I actually performed that at my debut, and we kind of did not do very good with it.
Did you really? Oh my gosh. What a throwback. That's so cute. I love that. I love redemption arcs, okay? Like.
Yes. No, that's why I was like, we're doing Jibu Restart. Because I already know that one, so.
Because I already know that one. You're like, I have brought it up from the depths of my brain, and I'm gonna do it again. Do you do any do you do a lot of original choreo, or do you like to do like official?
No,
choreo?
I have very little talent as a dancer in the original choreo development, in the original choreo world sector. I'm actually weak at dancing. Is probably my weakest idol skill, I would say.
I feel that.
I just don't rehearse it, or just don't like. I don't have as many reps as I do with other skills that are involved in idling.
Yeah.
But I generally prefer to have someone else choreograph the routine. I cannot do original choreo myself.
And kind of, I'm the kind of person where like I need somebody to hold my hand and baby step walk me through the choreo. Like,
Yeah, like I have learned how to teach myself from like a routine, but it's definitely, I do definitely learn better from doing, from having a preset, like already choreo. Like I can't just freestyle that. That's not me.
Do you have a favorite dance that you've done? Like one that you were like, yes, I nailed it.
The one that's stuck with me the longest is I Like Hamburger. Do you know that song?
I feel like I should.
Absolutely know the song. It is an old school Idolmaster song.
Does this have hamburger outfits?
It has
Like diner
I think
outfits?
it's the little 50s diners.
I have seen the outfits.
Because I was like, I've cosplayed them. Kat cosplayed them.
Yeah. With
With
Michelle.
Michelle and someone else and a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
A lot of people have cosplayed the Burger Skater outfit.
I was like, wait, I've seen the burger outfits. Is that the same
But
song?
the dance is really cute and really stylized. Like it's got a lot of like 50s like vibe to it. It's real cute. You should
Oh,
definitely look it up.
cute. I know of like one Idolmaster song. I have somehow not fallen down like the girl Idolmaster like cliff. There's this one song that I really, really, really like, and I can never remember what it is, so I have it liked on YouTube, and I always go back to it and watch it. Can't even remember the name of it, but it has the coolest outfits.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
they're really cool. They're like, I wish I had. Wait, do I have it on my computer? I bet I don't. I bet it's on my phone.
Yeah, I
I'll
just
find
sent
it later and
to,
send it to you and make you like
Oh
explain
yes,
it
please
to
do.
me.
I'd love to know what song
Because I want to
it is.
cosplay it so bad. The video is like, the concept is like a villain and a hero or something like that, and like the
Is this
villain.
girl idols or boy idols?
Girl idols, girl idols. I know lots of side M stuff, but not the girls. But it's like a red outfit with these like black leather pants, like a red jacket and like a corset.
No, you have to
and
send
stuff.
it to
It's
me.
so cool.
Yeah,
I'll send it
'cause
to
I
you.
don't-
Yeah,
I can't.
because it's cool. It's very cool. The video is like really, really cool, and then I saw the outfits and I was like, oh my god! Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm very curious now which this is.
Mona says main exposure to OG Idolmaster is the Nico Nico Doga medleys. God, Nico Nico Doga. Hello, the medleys, the Nico Nico
Yeah.
medleys. That's probably the most Idolmaster I know too. It's
Uzu,
all the
Yoku, whatever.
old Nico Nico medleys. Did you ever like go down like the Nico Nico medley rabbit hole and just like listen to all of them? Cause
I mean I didn't go down to Nico Nico. Yeah, Asian Yoro Oiku. Yeah, that's the one from Nico Doga. Nico Doga Doga. Dana 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 dana. Yeah, it's
Did it just get turned into a meme?
Agent. Do. Yeah, that's classic Idolmaster. I know all the classic Idolmaster songs. I've been a big Idolmaster fan for a very long time.
What's the best way to get into like the girl side of Idolmaster?
It depends on which branch you're interested in,
That's fair.
because there are 5 branches with girls now.
Yeah, I saw that there's like isn't there like a kind of newer one?
Yeah, there's the
too?
Idolmaster, the Gakuen.
Yeah,
Gakuen.
that one.
Yeah, that's the newest branch, but there's also, because there's Namiko Pro, which is the original 765, like the original 13 idols, and then they expanded on that with Namiko Pro, and now there's 52,
Wow, they're on Stars.
and because there's 39 of the new girls, they're 39 million stars, because it's the Sunkyu project.
Oh my gosh.
Number puns.
I love number puns.
And then, so there's them plus the 13 original girls. So,
Wow, that's a lot.
and then there's the Cinderella project, which is, well, Cinderella project's technically a unit within Cinderella Girls, which is like the main like bunch. Which I would say, the animes are pretty good intros, I would say. Like
Okay.
the original, like 2008, I think, Idolmaster one is pretty good for Idolmaster.
Okay.
To get into the original Namako.
I'm sorry, I'm asking hard questions.
But yeah, and then but Cinderella Girls is a little more daunting because there are over 100 of them.
Wow. I know I've seen
And
like
not all of them are voiced.
yeah, that's
The ones that are voiced are the only ones you need to care about. So
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can care about the unvoiced ones. There are a couple decent unvoiced ones that like are either like super memey and have finally gotten voices, because it's interesting how they determine voice, like who gets a voice in Cinderella Girls was all by election.
Oh, okay.
So it's still by election.
Oh.
So even now they get the unvoiced. There's like people will literally campaign for certain unvoiced girls to get voices.
I feel like one time I saw this like Idolmaster outfit and I really, really, really liked it. And it was like kind of like sexy older lady vibes, like, you know? And then somebody was like, yeah, she doesn't have a voice. And I was like, what?
I bet she was Tokiko.
I don't know who she was. I'll send you all my Idolmaster stuff that is randomly on my phone
send me all
later.
the
I'll be like,
Idolmaster
please
stuff, and
explain
I
all
will
of these
tell you
girls.
about them.
Because there's just one that I really, really want to do someday, but I got to get like the guts to make a very, very bedazzled corset. So
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, there was some good outfits out there.
Oh, and then there's Shiny Colors, which
Shiny
Colors. The anime is okay. The game is pretty accessible. It is still in Japanese.
Yeah.
But it is. You can still play it. It's still pretty playable, even if your Japanese is limited. Since I play it, and my Japanese is mid at best. So, and then the Shiny Mask Girls, they're like divided into units. So they don't really have a lot of crossover within those units to other units.
Okay.
So there's like the main trio is a unit, and then there's another trio that's two twin sisters, and then Onesan. And then there's another there's 4 trios now. And then there's Cometic, which is like the edgy trio. And
cute.
then Streetlight is the not as edgy, more techno-y trio.
How like strongly do they stick to like theming?
Aesthetic and sound of music? Yeah. No, that's the one thing I do enjoy about the Shiny project, the Shiny Mask project, is that they do have like each unit has a specific like style of music that they produce, and like that everything fits that consistent visual.
Yeah, all of the idol franchises that I'm like deeply into kind of do that to at least some degree, so it makes it easier to like have a favorite or to recommend them to people, or like even Idolish 7, which was my like first big idol fandom after Love Live, each group still has a very distinct sound, even though they're not they're not like strictly themed. It's not, you can't point to them and be like, okay, they're this theme.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah,
and
but they have a very distinct sound.
But they're distinct like the boy idols in that they're like each unit has its own visual and like concept.
Yeah, I would like to thank boy idols for the strong theming. It helps my brain.
Yes.
Thanks, boy idols. You're the real ones. But the girl idols, they're cool too. I love all the girl idol outfits. I'm just always like, who are you? I don't know you. There's so many
I know
of
all
you.
of them, so just send them to me. And
Okay.
Deal. Because I literally know every single girl idol. That's 2D.
Deal. I definitely want to know, because I've held onto these pictures for so long that I don't know who the characters are, and I'm like, she's pretty, and I like this outfit.
I got you.
Help me. Oh my gosh. Well, moving on, I guess we could talk a little bit about cosplay too. What was your first cosplay actually?
My first cosplay was Minami Shimahara from Neoranga.
I don't even know what that is.
It's okay. I would appreciate you not knowing what it is, because it was not a good anime.
It was not.
It was
good.
from the
Okay.
90s.
Oh,
What happened to the
no.
quality of that color of that picture?
Which one? This one?
The one of me, that one, the Moto one.
I don't know. It's
Maybe
very
I
purple.
sent you the wrong color mode one. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Whatever.
it's okay. It's cute.
But anyway, yeah, no, I love that set. We shot those in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And my friend that's my friend Ava Umaroon, who is Belgian.
I remember when you went to Japan and you like, didn't you take like a bazillion idol outfits and like?
I brought 3 costumes. I brought 3 costumes both times. My first and second trips.
Did you go to Hakosta or?
Yeah, I went to Hakosta on my first trip. Yeah, I brought 3 costumes with me to Hakosta, and I changed into all of them.
Gosh, I want to go so bad.
I did 3 costumes in 4 hours.
I literally need more idol cosplays just so I can go to Hakosta and be like,
I
my
know,
dreams.
I love the stage, and they just have so many good sets for
Yeah,
idols.
they
especially.
do for idols. Yeah, and like, there is no good place to shoot idol cosplays.
No, there's not.
In the
true.
US. Like, there's just not even one of the like photo studios. The photo studios don't even have like an
it's
idol
like you
set.
gotta do a white one or a black one and bring your own decorations. Yes, Utena and Anthe. Yes.
Yes.
That is my probably, I guess, most well known.
Beautiful.
Costume.
It's such a pretty cosplay. It's so,
I know. I'm
detailed.
very proud of that. I might have peaked with that jacket, with those jackets.
Welcome to Club Peaking with a Jacket. I am also a member.
Yeah. I was like, well, I made the jacket twice, and both of them are like the most beautiful. Well, actually the uniform one, not the bedazzled one, is like the most beautiful, perfect garment I've ever sewn. So
I love that. I love a good jacket. What can I say?
I know, me too.
Like, tailoring is my everything. Tailoring is my everything. But like, also, I know you say that, but like that Pretty Cure one is just so good.
Yes. No, I also enjoy me a good princess-themed garment. Gazebo in the Ferris wheel, the cosplay landmarks. It's true. Yeah.
And the
Actually, I
Nandos.
do have pictures of the Nando's heart as well. Fun fact. I just
Oh my
didn't submit
gosh.
any to Ascella. I do have, in fact, all of the monument
The important landmarks.
of National Harbor, Maryland.
And I love that there's actually snow in that one picture. I'm like, are you dying in that picture? Are you like
No,
freezing
I was
enough?
actually not too bad. The only part of me that was uncovered was my arms and the tops of my arms and my face because I wear tights with everything.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I was pretty covered.
I would have been like,
Also, I am a polar Barri, so I'm a polar bear. So
that's cute. What so if your Utena jacket is like your crispiest cosplay, what's like your favorite though that you've made? Is it also Utena?
probably Prism at this point. There was just a lot of really fun details, and like I just am really proud of how it came out overall. So
There's so much like the design of it, the construction of it, right, is so like
yeah,
it has just these cute little subtle touches.
yeah, exactly. Which
That
is what
you
I
have
really
to-
like. Yeah, the Hirogara Sky designs are really nice. Like overall, like I was between 2 designs until Mashiro. I literally went based off of personality at the end of the day because I
That's
was like,
fair.
I can't pick.
Yeah, I know there is a Pretty Cure in my future, and I already know which one it's gonna be. So
Oh, which one?
oh god, dang it, what's her name? The one that's basically Sailor Uranus.
Cure Chocolat?
Yes, thank you.
The
I was
red-
like,
the
dang
red
it, the red one,
doggy
the red one with the shorts. Yes, the puff shorts.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cure Chocolat.
I love that outfit.
Yes.
So much.
Well, actually, fun fact: the Cure Zukyun is very heavily Uranus inspired as well.
Uh-oh,
She's a little
I'm
bit
in
more
trouble.
femme than Uranus in design, but like her animation for her, well, it does help that someone who worked on Sailor Moon Crystal is working on the production team
oh wow.
for this current season of Pretty Cure. But yeah, so her attack is basically world shaking.
That's amazing.
Like if you look at it, you're
actually.
like, oh, I wonder where this came from.
Gee.
I wonder what the inspiration here is. I couldn't tell.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. We'll exchange photos later. I will send you Idol Masters if you will send me.
And I will send you pretty
Figures. I love it. I love it. Excellent. Thanks, Zen. Yeah, because Zen needs to do Cure Macaron, like.
Oh yes.
Or else. Sorry, you have to be my purple cat girl. Don't give me a hydrate! Am I out of drink? I have a tiny bit of Dr. Pepper left. And a stretch. We have to stretch, Barry. I'm very sorry. Do a stretch.
I'll stretch. No, it's okay. We can stretch.
Everybody stretch! Oh, I probably need it after all of my eating today. I eat too close to the sun. Yes!
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, my shoulder popped. Yeah, okay, and then we hydrate with my Dr. Pepper, which is not really hydration. Sorry, everybody.
It's hydration enough.
It's blackberry Dr. Pepper. Have you had that yet?
How is that? I've been wanting to try that.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, I'll have to pick some up.
Psycho, completely obsessed with it.
Okay, all right. That's high praise.
It's very, like, syrupy sweet.
Okay.
Kind of. But in the same way that Dr. Pepper is already a little syrupy sweet, it's just like
yeah, okay.
more syrupy sweet. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, interesting.
Very, very sweet, but very good.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry for the yawn.
Highly recommend. Oh no, wake up. Okay, we got. I'll move on with questions. Cosplay questions. Let's see here. Are there any differences in your mindset when you're creating stuff for other people, like doing a wig commission or something like that, versus like making something for yourself?
Yes, I am a little lazier when it comes to making stuff for myself. I like to say that I try and make things for my clients that are up to my standards, and I definitely do. It's just I get lazy when it comes to my own work sometimes, which again, it depends on the situation, but like I think I'm definitely a little lazier when it comes to my own work sometimes in certain aspects that I am not as meticulous with. And also, especially for wigs, I style them differently for people who don't know how to style in general, like who don't know how to use or like properly like wear a wig. That's a lot of my clients, is that it's like their first wig or like not a lot of like experience with it. So I have to make it in a way that like is user friendly, that I don't necessarily have to do for like there's not like a lot of adjustments and steps that you need to do to like wear it. Like you can just put it on your head.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
So I usually try and think of like ways to kind of make it as user friendly as possible when I'm working on stuff for my clients. Because I know I'm not going to be there to explain my nonsense ways to people.
Yeah. Do you send like a how-to with it or anything like that?
No, I mean usually most of my like I don't send a how-to, but I probably should, honestly. But I mean most of my, it's like I don't know, I feel like I usually send them on heads and like you see how, and I send pictures, so it's like you know how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's up to you to put it on your head and make it look that way.
First time chatter. Hello, Celestia Idol, who says, I love my sister.
I love my sister too. That's my sister. That's
Hello. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Do you have any, oh gosh, no, I want to ask this question first. How many cosplays have you made in your life?
Oh god, I don't even know. At least 100 and something. I don't even know.
So
Too many. Too many. I've made almost 15 Miki costumes alone.
Holy moly.
Let's just leave it at that. And I've made 9 Mika costumes, and who else have I made a lot of costumes of? Well, I've made all 3 Sailor Venus costumes. Well, I've made 4, 5, 6 Sailor Venus costumes. And
you want to keep counting?
I've made all the foo-foos, and then I've made a bunch of her other designs.
That's crazy.
So I've made a lot of costumes, but I've also been doing this will be year 19 for me. So.
Yeah, it's like a solid.
It's been a good build up over time. I definitely have slowed down though.
Yeah, I'm so slow now.
I've always been pretty slow, but like I don't know. My
slowness gets to me a little bit. Like motivation is hard especially when you're
Yes.
working,
Yeah,
whatever high
absolutely.
pressure job. It's definitely.
I know.
Do you
Like,
have a favorite sewing technique?
favorite sewing technique? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Um,
This one got Kat the other day too.
I really like a good hidden, like blind hem stitch. Or not blind hem stitch. It's the stitch that you use to make it so you don't see it at all. But like it's like you use it commonly on like bias tape.
Oh yeah,
Where it's
Like a slip
basically so you make
stitch.
it so
Woo!
there's no stitch
Woo!
lines. Period.
I'm getting rated.
Oh, you're getting rated.
I'm getting
Oh,
rated. Hello, Grizz. Hello,
Hi.
Alice. Hello, welcome everybody. Thank you for the
Hi, friend.
raid. Oh my
Hi.
gosh.
Hi.
This is Barry. Barry is an awesome idol and cosplayer. We are
Aw.
chit-chatting about cosplay right now. We've talked about idols a
Yes.
little bit. Do you have a favorite fabric or medium?
Fabric, definitely pot de soie. I'm a pot de soie hoe until I die.
Like a thick pot de soie.
Yeah,
Like,
pot de soie. Like a good, nice, thick matte satin is just so
Yeah.
yummy. I
that's
have an
so-
entire bin of just
We know you
matte
have bins
satin.
of satin.
just
And your
satin.
your scary Casa satin horde.
Oh yes, my 13
That's-
different colors of glitter casa.
But
yes.
like, I feel like if it was anybody else, I would maybe judge them a little bit. But with you, I'm like, nah, she's just gonna use them.
Oh, absolutely.
Use
The only
them.
one I have used it, but I haven't found another use for it, is I have brown.
Brown. Ooh, I bet we could find you something. I bet we could.
I mean,
find
I
you
did use
something.
it on my Reese's Pieces Yui costume, but that's all I've found to use it on so far.
I'm doing some shout outs to everybody.
Bye.
Just doing a little shout out for everybody. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my model. I appreciate it. Yes, I love my model. I'm beautiful. And my hair go boing, 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 boing.
Oh, it does boing.
It
I
does a
love that.
boing. There's some boing to the ahoge when on my z-axis. But just on my z-axis. I don't know why. I need to fix the x and the y-axis. Anyway. What's the most challenging part of the construction process for you?
Probably. Sewing a straight line.
Oh!
I'm so bad at sewing straight.
Oh no!
It's okay. I don't usually have to sew straight. I usually sew on curves, but my stitch lines are definitely sometimes leave to be desired.
You can't say that. You can't tell us that.
Oh no, did I freeze? I froze.
No! Oh no! Did you free? Oh no! We lost her. Hold on, she'll be back. She's back.
There
Maybe.
you go. I
There you are.
froze.
You're back. At Discord. We love Discord. We love a functional app.
Yep.
Do you have any cosplay horror stories that you are willing to share about like construction going horribly wrong or something?
Cosplay horror stories that I'm willing to share.
Like I was sewing this and I had to make it 4 times or something, you know.
Yes. Trying to think of if I had any recently. I really haven't had any too much recently, just because I'm like I've made a lot of like the same stuff, like the same type of stuff. So
Same
I'm like,
techniques
okay,
and
well I have a
stuff.
vague idea of like how this is supposed to go.
Okay, that's good.
But
Any from like your younger years where you were like, man, I made something out of broadcloth and
I
it ripped or
definitely
something.
safety pinned myself into a costume once to wear it
Oh my god.
at a con. So I like had all the pieces and then I just straight safety pinned like the skirt to me. It was a mess.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
recommend.
Oh my gosh. No, none of that.
I was like 22 or something then.
I think
so
I-
I'll forgive my younger self.
I think my
But-
first cosplay I tried to make by myself and had to have a lot of help finishing was like safety pinned on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know
I
how
just straight up didn't
serious.
have time to finish, so I just wanted to wear it, and that's how I wore it was safety pin to me.
Yup. Yep, it's a rite of passage, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite sewing tool or implement? That's another hard one.
My favorite sewing tool is the clapper.
Oh, I need to learn how to use one so bad.
They're so easy to use. You just need a piece. You just need one. And they
one.
make such crispy things.
We have one. We got one from Wowak. We have one, I promise. I just need to learn how to use it. Don't you like steam it and then you just set it on there, right?
No, you literally just when you're pressing your fabric, you just put it on top of the fabric once you're done pressing it.
Oh.
It's very easy, and then you just leave it on there until it cools, and then you have a crispy seam.
That's crazy. I gotta do it.
Yes. Yeah.
It's also really an amazing
nice
cosplayer. You're correct.
Tape.
Oh, for bias tape? Oh, satin bias tape
then,
that doesn't want to
when you're making your own bias tape, more specifically.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have to, put the folds in it and put it through the little tool and, iron it.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have that. Especially with peskier fabrics that wiggle. Yeah.
I was gonna say sometimes I'll get a satin that really doesn't want to crease, no matter what I do.
Yeah. For that, if it doesn't want to crease, I use Best Press.
I have Best Press. I need to actually.
Best Press is the little known secret that the quilters are keeping from us.
Darn those quilters.
I know. Well, I don't think they're actually keeping it from us, but they're the ones who developed it or something. I don't know. But Best Press is great. 10 out of 10.
I got Cherry Blossom scented Best Press. I'm very excited about it.
I'm gonna need that.
It's pink as heck.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna have to go find that.
Yeah, I bought it because I was like, I guess I'll try this out. Ooh, Cherry Blossom.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. And my last general cosplay question, do you have any cosplay regrets? Maybe I shouldn't have made that, or I had a really bad experience in something,
I think it's more of, I have a handful of costumes that I'm I definitely have worn half finished, or it was for a group and I never finished it. So I definitely have those.
We all have those. That's normal, I think.
Yeah, so other than that, not really.
That's good. That's healthy.
Healthy. Yeah, I try to not regret my choices when I'm spending a lot of time and money on something.
That's fair.
I mean, I regret my choices, while I'm working on things, but that's part of the process.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. And I think my biggest cosplay regrets are always oh, I didn't finish this, or I had to set it aside.
Exactly. It's all technical stuff, and either that or it's just I've never actually gone back and fixed it.
Yeah. Because I love you're gonna laugh at me probably, but my favorite part of your Cure Prism cosplay is actually the waterfall.
Oh, the waterfall pleats in the front.
Waterfall pleats? Oh my god, they turned out so crispy. They're so pretty.
Right? That's Clapper right there.
For real.
Clapper doing its best work.
All right, Clapper, we're going to have a sit down after this, and we're going to learn how to use it.
I love my Clapper. If there's one tool that I would recommend to anyone who is sewing, a Clapper.
I'm going to get it out of...
It makes for such flat and delicious, especially when you're working with polys.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer for polys, because then it really locks in any kind of pleat or press that you any kind of fold that you want to make in it, or it also just makes it so how when sometimes you're on when you're pressing stuff, especially with a pretty stubborn poly, and it does it totally lay flat.
Yeah.
Even no matter how much you press it.
Yeah.
That's what the Clapper comes in for.
The bolt, the crease from where it was folded on the bolt.
No. When you have a seam and you sewed your seam and then you're pressing that seam open and it doesn't lay perfectly flat.
Oh yeah, that where it just kind of flaps.
It keeps flopping up a little bit and floating. This prevents that because it weighs it down and cures it into place.
I get you. All right, yeah, I'm gonna become besties with that thing because I need that in my life.
Recommend becoming besties with the Clapper.
With the Clapper. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see here. That is most of the like big questions I had. I did want to ask if you wanted to talk about, there were two things. One, you have an upcoming appearance. I know that.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk about, you emceed an idol festival recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I MC ZenkaiCon.
ZenkaiCon, that's right.
Yeah, which I'm also actually the coordinator for now.
Okay. Do you?
Well, I'm the cosplay. I'm part of cosplay staff, and I coordinate just the Idol Fest. But
Just
yeah.
Idol Fest. Did you like emceeing? Do you like emceeing?
Yeah, no, I think emceeing is fun. I got a lot of compliments on my emceing abilities, which I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
that is good. It's
And-
harder than people think.
I know it is. I mean, the bare minimum for a good MC, you need to be able to pronounce people's names right and keep the hype up.
Yep, exactly. Even if
So,
it's like you
Go
gotta
ahead.
you gotta stick with the vibes. You gotta stick with the vibes. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you gotta hype everyone up and be like everyone's biggest hype man.
yep, and be inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. There's
And-
there's a bunch of little nuances and stuff that people
Yeah.
don't really think about.
I
when it
think
comes to
it's
MCing.
it's one of those things where people really do. They think it's so easy, and I'm like,
No, it's not.
Let
It's
me-
really not.
let me tell you how many years of experience I have of emceeing and
Yeah,
how
exactly.
it's not easy.
And like, yep.
Yeah. Oh man,
But yeah,
I just.
no, it was really fun. I was gonna perform, but I had actually lost my voice as well.
Oh
So, 'cause
no.
I had been ill, because it was like less than a month after I had returned from Tokyo,
Oh.
and I had gotten sick in Tokyo and was sick for another 2 weeks once I got home from Tokyo.
Holy moly.
So my voice was still in recovery mode for ZenkaiCon, so I did not get to shove myself in and perform, which was fine. I didn't mind it.
And you still
And I
emceed
honestly
even though
sounded
you didn't have
better
a
than I
voice.
sounded.
Great.
Sorry?
I said you emceed even though you were like losing your voice. I've done that. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I can't not MC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only one here who knows what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So... I was like, I am the only competent one. I'm not giving the dump this on someone else on staff because I don't know what I'm doing, or because I am not well enough. But I just
Yeah.
rested that day, and that was the only thing I did. So it was all good.
That's good. I'm glad you were able to do it and recover and all of the above, because man, emceeing will take it out of you too, because you're on for like
Yes, exactly. And you have to
hours.
be on the whole show.
Yeah.
It's not just like you are on for your performance and then you get to relax for the rest of the show. No,
Yeah.
you got to be on the whole time.
for hours sometimes. Yep. Well, your next appearance, let me show the flyer real quick.
Wow.
Whee! And then we'll do the lightning round and make you answer funny
Yeah.
questions. Enikai,
Yes.
tell us
So
about this
Enikai
event.
is going to be the Philadelphia area's, we're doing a Annie Song and Kaiga Idol event. We figure that is there's not a lot of like Taibans in our area. We've had pretty much just like in the Philadelphia area, like Bread Party, which has been more of like it was for Pawn Ranger's birthday, so like it was a little bit more special in that this is what we're trying to start as kind of like a more regular casual Taiban style event
Oh, cute.
where we feature local talent from the area, and it'll be lots of fun. We're gonna do a lot of we also want to do or encourage people in future events to do like collabs with each other. Like we have a bunch of collabs that we're doing with each other during the show, so that's gonna be really fun. Like we'll have surprise, some of the performers will come up during each other's sets and do also I realized that I sent you the one with the typo, because it's supposed to be 1248 for North Front Street, but that's fine. So I swear it's in Fishtown, it's not in the other side of town where actual 248 North Front Street is.
You're like, it's the other direction.
But yeah, no, it'll be a good time. And then there's also another really cool event happening in Philly that same night as well that I will promote a little bit. Is Shouju Guild's doing a Neo Tokyo night. it's featuring some Annie song. It's featuring some Kaiga idols and some Annie song bands, and
cool.
it's also going to be really awesome. So we're trying to promote both events because unfortunately they both fell on the same date. So we're like, well, we're in the same city, we might as well like work together and like collaborate and all that. So
Cross promote.
if you are in town, I highly encourage you to go to both events. Both are going to be super fun. I will definitely also be going to Soju Guild after our event to go support the acts over there.
Very cool.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, we hope to kind of continue to build on this Annie Kai concept.
So is this something that you're like helping run, or
Yes.
are you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
Actually,
cool.
the five people that are featured performers are actually 5 of, I think we have 6 or 7 people on staff.
Okay, that's cool. Like,
So
just
yeah,
kind of get it out there and get
pretty
more
much
people in
the
next
5 of us are
time.
pretty much the founders as well as the performers, but we wanted to essentially just make a performance space for ourselves as well. So
Yeah, are you planning on like doing it like monthly or every other month, or
really not monthly. I would say maybe quarterly.
Okay.
Just because it is depending on how. I mean, it again depends on how the show goes. Depends on future talent and all that, and how
Yeah.
much time commitment the talent that we already have, like the 5 of us, want to pull as well as far as shows, because everyone pretty much has like a handful of performances. So we'll see what we can do.
Very cool.
Hopefully it'll be a regular event at least.
Yeah, they're trying to get a Taiwan thing going where I am too, and I'm like so
yeah
excited.
through TIF, right?
Yeah. So I am like super excited and hoping that takes off, because I got to go to the first one and it was awesome. So
No, it looked like really fun. I saw a little bit of coverage from it.
cool. It was so good. I was like, it was so good. And we got to eat delicious pastries from the coffee shop, which is always a
Very
bonus.
nice.
Yes. All right. So, anything else you want to promote before I start throwing silly questions at you?
Well, now we know, since we just got.
Oh yeah, do you have
as
a
I mentioned
graphic?
before, I don't have a graphic yet. 'Cause
Okay,
I
no
literally
worries.
just found out what the show time was for myself literally an hour ago.
Okay.
'Cause we've been waiting on the schedule, but I will also be performing at Otakon in Idle Space in my first 30-minute solo set by myself. It's gonna be a fun time. It will be 7:30 p.m. on Friday. I am in a block actually with Lavengula and another dear friend of mine, Sorry Lynn Stardust. Then who's else in our block? I think it's, I don't remember. Hold on. Spoiling the Idle Space set for everyone. But yes, but I will be at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, so come out. Stella Foss, who I do not know, but you know, it's gonna be good. Otakon's really fun, and they have a whole separate stage and room dedicated just to idol stuff, as well as 3 different festivals. So there's a lot of idol programming if you're interested in coming to Otakon. Highly recommend it if you are an idol fan on the East Coast. Otakon is the place to be.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I want to go sometime. I've heard like amazing things about the idol content there.
Yes, we love a good Jenny Bond moment and Tama moment.
Alright, well, let me put this back up. And I have to ask, did you read the lightning round questions, or this
I
be a
read
surprise?
a couple of the lightning
You read a
round
couple.
questions.
Okay. All right. So you already know what to expect, sort of. Cool. All right, lightning round time. You ready? Just
Yes.
answer as quickly as you can. Nobody's gonna hold you to these answers.
Okay.
What Kaigai idol or group do you want to meet that you haven't yet?
I've pretty much met most. I think the ones that I really want to meet are the ones in Australia, because I have not been to Australia yet. So I would say probably Sunny of Fable. Sunny's really, I really like Sunny's like concept and style as Sunny, as well as Sunny in Fable. And then there's also, I'd love to meet Amuse Project, which is another Aussie-based group.
Oh yeah, Australia has like some crazy
Australia's
Kaiga
Kaigai
idols.
scene is booming.
It is
like,
wild.
booming, and they have like really good venue support there, which is really, from what I understand, is really cool. So like they just have like the infrastructure, and I think we'll get there in the US, but like they're a couple years ahead of us, I think, in that respect.
Yeah, I like this is a silly aside, but like follow me here. There's a story in Ensemble Stars where they go to Australia and they're like, man, idols are so big here, and I was like, what? And then people were like, no, seriously, they are.
It's so funny.
And I was like, what? So
Yeah,
I have
no,
had
there's
like a crash
very
course in the
large
Aussie
amount of
scene.
Japanese cultural appreciation in Australia, from what it seems.
It's like I know like a couple of Aussie idols just from like Instagram conversations and stuff like that, but like I guess I didn't realize how like really entrenched the whole scene was.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Like,
no, the scene is
extremely-
very booming right now in Australia. I follow a handful of groups, and
Very cool.
but yes.
So
And I meet
cool.
Jinxie. Jinxie is also a fellow cosplayer and lacrosse lover, so
Oh, there you go.
and Jinxie's group is Hypa.
All right,
I
you
want
heard
to
it here
see- I
first.
want to
Barry's
see all
going
of
to
them.
Australia sometime.
Yeah, I
maybe
gotta
not
go
now,
to
but soon.
Australia.
All right. Who is your favorite 2D idol?
Miki Hoshi. Oh wait, yeah, Miki Hoshi. I guess Cheryl Gnome too.
That was funny. You were like, yes, wait.
I mean, Miki Hoshi is like my favorite idol, but Cheryl Gnome is like above that.
Yeah, that's fair. She's like,
Like, if that makes sense.
She's
It's
like a
like
proto-idol.
Cheryl is an idol, but she transcends being my favorite idol.
that, yeah, it's more like, is it more like favorite character territory?
Yeah, she's like my favorite fictional character in any fictional
Oh,
media.
that's cute. I love
I mean, I have
that.
a giant tattoo of her on my legs. Or not
You
of her,
indeed.
but her symbol on my
You
legs. So,
indeed.
you know, committed.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the very obvious question. What is your favorite 2D or 2.5D idol or idol adjacent project?
Aikatsu.
Really?
Yeah, I do like Idolmaster, but I will stand by Aikatsu is the best idol anime out there.
Dude, Aikatsu needs like more love. I've heard really
I
like
agree.
not enough about it.
The
and I'm
problem
like,
is that we don't have any English support for it.
That's-
Outside of fan clubs.
ain't that
that's the
how it
issue.
goes? With all the idol stuff, it's so hard to like get it brought over and get it any kind of appreciation. Like, uh-oh. Are you still there?
Yes. No,
There we go.
Aikatsu is it's my favorite franchise.
Okay. Who's your favorite 3D idol?
Favorite 3D idol is Saki-sama, is the Saki Yamakita from Iris.
Oh, good taste.
She's
Okay.
my Kamiyoshi.
Ooh. All right, what's your favorite idol or Vocaloid song?
Favorite idol or Vocaloid song? Right now it's probably Kiseki no Filament by Iris.
Okay. What's your greatest strength as an idol?
My charisma.
Oh, that's a good answer. I would agree with that. You have great charisma. You have very
Thank
big
you.
personality and a very like warm personality.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What would your childhood self think about you being an idol?
She'd be like, yeah, not happy about the pink, but
Not happy about
sounds
the
about
pink.
right.
She's like, saw that coming.
Yep, I was like, yeah, you were always the one who wanted to learn all the dances, all the songs, and yeah, sounds right.
All right, what do you want people to remember most about you?
That's a good question. I don't know. That I am a cool and awesome person, I guess. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. It's totally fair. All right. Now we get on to the silly questions. What would you wake up as in an isekai?
Maybe like.
I love this question.
That's a
I'm
good
sorry.
one.
I get good answers.
No, that's a good one. No, I like that one. I just don't know. I would hope I'd probably end up as something dumb, like I don't know, a wombat.
Oh, But then you could go to Australia and
If I go to
be
Australia,
the
and
Kai
get
Guy
music guide,
Idols.
I must come back as a wombat.
We could be a wombat idol, like.
I mean, to be fair, have you seen the Magical Boy show of called? Oh my god,
Which
the
one?
character, the one with the 5 boys and what's it called? What is it called? Oh my god,
I don't know.
magical. Hold on, I'm looking. Magical Boy anime. It is no, it's not Magical Girl Ore. It's
Is it the cute high
it's the
Earth
one with
Defense Club?
the bunch of them. Cute High Earth Defense Club.
Yes, that one. I need to see that. I
Yeah,
have heard
'cause
good
the wombat,
things.
They use a wombat in that one.
No. Okay, that's how you're
Yeah,
waking up
no,
as a music guy.
the alien that gives them powers is a wombat.
Oh, wombat. All right, Barry is
He's a
a
pink
power granting wombat. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Who gets carried around by a corpse of a teacher?
I love everything about this. I need to watch this.
Have you never seen Cute High Defense?
No.
Oh my god, you will love it.
I need to watch
you
it.
will
What's the
love
other
it.
one I really need to watch? What was that one that I need to watch? Magical Girl Ore too. But what was the one that came out not that long? Fairy Ranmaru. I really need to watch too because it seems very
Yeah.
me-core.
No, this one absolutely is Euclid. Like it's 5 boys, and then it's ridiculous. And
Oh,
then
I love
there's the
ridiculous.
Wombat teacher.
Thanks for the rec. I love it. All right. Cats, dogs, or birds?
Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. Okay.
Yes.
Cop out answer, but okay, I'll take it. I'm just kidding.
I have always loved dogs growing up, but I have learned to appreciate cats.
I love
so-
cats. I'm a cat person.
Yes.
I'm a cat person. Do you prefer dinosaurs with scales or dinosaurs with feathers?
I think I like dinosaurs with feathers
Dinosaurs with feathers are pretty cool, actually.
because I am a firm believer that birds are dinosaurs.
Birds are dinosaurs. That is absolutely correct. Okay, speaking of birds that are dinosaurs, would you rather fight one bear-sized goose, so we're talking like a grizzly bear, polar bear-sized, big goose,
Okay.
or 2 goose-sized bears?
2 goose-sized bears.
Okay, any reason?
I think I could punt them.
That's a good answer. You're like, smack. There they go.
I'm like, it's small enough. See, like, I worry about, like, because, like, geese, they have, like, very, very, like, sharp beaks.
Geese are
And,
aggressive.
like, their bite is so bad and,
Yeah.
like, really hard and scary. So if it was a grizzly-sized goose, imagine the beak on that thing.
I
don't
know,
wanna fuck
right?
with that. Oh, I'm sorry. I said the bad word.
It's okay.
I don't want to screw with that.
I cuss
but
all the time on
anyway.
here. It's fine.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't know what.
No,
what-
you
what
can
the
cuss on
truth
my show. It's
is,
fine. I should have made that clear. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so anyway, I don't want to mess with that. So I'm gonna. But I think if it was a small bear, I could probably punt it or at least kick it in the face.
That's fair. I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. Okay. How would you fare in the zombie apocalypse?
I would be dead.
That's been a really popular answer. We're just like, nope.
Honestly, I would lose my will to live.
I would be done. Okay. Do you
I
survive?
would just be like, we're done.
Uh-huh. You're done. Yeah. Would you survive in a slasher movie though?
I might survive in the slasher movie. But zombie, nah.
Zombies, no. I'm terrified of zombies, actually.
Slasher is one person or a couple people. Zombies is a whole horde.
Yeah. Zombies
Like,
are
there's
really
a big
scary.
difference here.
Zombies are a little beyond my capacity to
Exactly.
deal with.
exactly. And zombies are essentially immortal at that point.
I
so-
know, you can't like what do you just set
So
them on
unless
fire?
you shoot off their heads, which I think is
Yeah.
the only way to kill a zombie. And I've touched a gun once in my life.
Once.
So
Exactly once.
exactly once.
All right.
There's picture evidence.
Exactly. All right, last question. I like to end with this one. What fruit or vegetable do you identify with the most?
Good one. Kiwi, I think.
Kiwi. I figured you were gonna say something green. I did.
It is green.
I know. So I was like,
I was like,
I was on the right
kiwis
track.
are green.
They're green.
They're
on the inside.
tangy and a little unique.
They do have a good flavor.
Yeah, and they have a good flavor.
They do have a good flavor.
And they're
All
both
right.
green.
You are now a kiwi flavored idol. Congratulations.
Yay.
When that goose comes after you, invite
Chocolatier
you.
called me some of them called me the melon flavored for them because their Chocolatier is a Thai group, and they all the members are different flavors of chocolate.
Oh, cute.
So I was telling them that I was an idol too, and then I said I was the matcha member, and then one of them also was like, no, she's the melon member, and I was like, which one? They're both green.
They're both green.
I think matcha chocolate tastes better than melon chocolate though.
I've never had melon chocolate, but I have had matcha
I've never had
chocolate.
melon chocolate either, but
Matcha chocolate.
I would imagine
Kinda good.
melon chocolate. Matcha chocolate I've definitely had though, and matcha chocolate is very good.
Matcha chocolate is so good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna watch Cute Hire Defense Club. I just looked at my DMs.
Yeah,
Okay, I will watch it.
And that's the wombat, the pink wombat, who
The
gets carried around by the
wombat.
dead teacher.
Good for him. You would be a
I know,
green
it's
wombat,
really-
though.
Oh yeah, that's true. It would be a green
Yeah.
wombat. You're correct on that.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for participating in this silly portion of the evening.
No, I love silly. There's a reason I have Derp Queen in my profile.
It's all good. What anything else you want to promote or talk about before we wrap up? Sorry.
No, I think we covered everything.
Cool. Well, I really enjoyed having you on. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I
absolutely. Thank you
appreciate
for making so much time to be here. I know it's a lengthy
Yeah, no,
interview.
anytime for a good yap.
I love yapping. We love the yapping. It's the yappening.
The yappiness.
I will be back. For those of you watching, I will be back tomorrow for Ace Attorney. We will be continuing case 3 of TGAA 2. And then I will be back again on Thursday with another interview. Holy crap. And then I will be caught up, and then I will be fine, and I will survive again. I will have free time again.
Yay!
I will
believe in
start
you.
I will start sewing for San Japan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again, Barry. I really appreciate having you on. As always, you're a delight, and we will see you guys next time.
Yes, matane.
Bye
Don't forget to
bye.
gambarimasu.
Yes.